It's the Bob and Tom Show.
He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. Late at night when the bars are closing, alcohol takes its toll and the drinkers need their favorite vendor. A tasty treat of sausage splendor. Little man behind the car. Police can't catch him because he's way too smart. The smell of mustard and a big umbrella. Hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He waits our patient out in the street. All the hunters want to sample the beats. He can't help but relish the fact the footlong keeps you coming back. Once you're feeling safe and cool, that's when the wiener man makes his move. You can't scream when your mouth is full. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. Crowd. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. The wiener man. Attacking the wiener man. Attacking the wiener man. The wiener baby. Attacking the wiener
The Wieners are back.
Well, due to airline restrictions and evidently problem with my passport,
You're
I'm
here.
I'm not retired. I don't know.
Willie, you want to take this?
Yeah, I had a guy in the merch line New Year's Eve night go, well, I guess Chick's really done with the show, eh?
Oh, he's done with the job.
Oh, I'm done with the show. I'm still here, but I'm done. No, as I was telling your father, Wilbur, I do this every year at Christmas. I say I'm quitting and I'm not coming back, but this year it really took hold. I don't know what the problem was, but no, I'm here. That's Christy. There's Pat Godwin.
Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Doing
Whoa,
wait a minute,
whoa,
hold it.
whoa.
That's Willie.
What is going on?
What's going on over there, Ace? What's with the...
This isn't shaving.
What? You didn't shave the whole time?
No.
No, well, that's interesting. You've got kind of a...
Looks good, actually.
well, kind of a Don Johnson, or maybe the other guy.
Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah, it does look good.
No, it doesn't. Shave it off.
It's only been 2 weeks. Give him another couple of
Are
weeks.
you really going to grow a beard?
No, I just don't shave when we're on break.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
All right.
He does look like that weird world financier who's been kidnapped.
Yeah, he finally emerges.
Yeah.
And they're the proof of life.
I'm
They show
okay.
him holding a newspaper. Well, he's still alive.
It looks cool, man.
Yeah, it
it
does
really matures you.
I think it's the gray that matures you. Yeah,
I think it makes you look scarier.
Scarier. Spoken like a true guy from Shaker Heights.
Scarier.
My goodness.
Scarier.
Oh, I select my words with great care. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here.
You sound tired.
No, I'm sleeping just fine in my
I haven't talked
hotel.
much during
In your hotel?
Yeah. The hotel makes you a horse? Is that what happened?
No, I've been, as Willie will tell you, everyone in our family has been sick almost the entire vacation.
Oh, sorry to hear
Wow,
it.
me too.
I'm on some medication, but I feel okay now. Just have pretty much at this point a common cold that I've had since the day before we left.
Oh,
All right.
But yeah, it makes the voice a little bit sexier.
deeper, yeah.
It's sexy time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. It's sexy time. It's contagious, baby.
Is it?
No, it's not. But it's great to be here. I'm glad that everyone is back.
Did you go skiing?
Did go skiing.
Was it 40 below zero there?
No, actually, lucked out.
You go slushing?
Lucked out. No, it was perfect snow.
Oh, good.
But I got there. We got there just as the gigantic cold air mass headed toward the Midwest. Where it was, but it was great. We were very lucky. We got off the plane. The normal 2-hour drive was 6 to the slopes because of all the bad weather. But then the next day, the 10,000 canceled flights took place. As
Wow.
you know, there were
Oh, yeah.
literally 10,000.
And that brings me to my story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't go to Austin. I got canceled 3 times before I even left the airport.
Wow.
What?
Holy cow.
Yeah, I was in the Sky Lounge. Love the Sky Lounge.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to the Sky Lounge,
I've never been to the Sky Lounge.
give yourself a treat. Try the Sky Lounge. It's
Sometimes
very
I go there, I don't even have a flight.
Especially if you're there for 4 hours. It's really nice.
Wow.
You get to know the people. You get, yeah.
Don't you have to have a special card or something to get in the Sky Lounge?
Oh, I have a special card.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So,
Do you booze in there? You drinking some vodka in
hey,
there?
they get you anything you want.
Oh, God.
Really?
Except for a flight.
Yeah. They can
not
get
in
you
the
anything you want except out of there.
Oh, unless you'd like
especially me,
a donkey and 3 wise men. You know, it's the season.
They didn't want me to leave. Have you ever got an email? I got an email. We're trying to rebook you right now. As you're driving to the airport. I'm like, what happened to this?
The worst.
Yes.
Yeah, I just, again, I love the airline industry, and I love my flyers, and the great people who are there. There's sometimes stuff you just can't do. I know I've been sitting in a tarmac in Chicago, and they're spraying stuff all over the plane, and I'm thinking, is this worth it? They're de-icing the wings. Wait a minute, maybe I'll stay here.
Yeah.
That's scary.
They do as much as they can. I appreciate it. I had a very unusual thing happen, and I want someone out there who knows what they're talking about to help me here.
Kiss ass.
Well, because here's the, this
Sorry.
is when you have 10,000 flights canceled, it's hard to complain about.
No,
what
that
happened.
was the thing. That was a trickle down. Yeah, everybody was.
And I get it. It's okay. But we were flying back, and I have my little 6-year-old on the plane, and
Great way to fly.
yeah, but the beauty of contemporary flight, though, is the existence of all this great electronic stuff. So
iPads and headphones.
Yes, they can watch a movie, and they're more or less good. But so we get on the plane, and we're sitting there, and we're on the tarmac, and they make the following announcement. I'm paraphrasing, but they said there is something wrong with the forward lavatory, and we're going to have to try to get it fixed. So I'm thinking, okay, so then we're sitting there for another half hour.
Yeah, they can't take off or something.
And then they come over and they go, I'm sorry, we can't fix the toilet. We're going to have to take you to a different plane. Now, is that true, or are they saying that because there's something else wrong? They don't want to say there's a mechanical problem with the
I
plane.
don't know.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, is it really that bad if Uncle Clarence in first class poops his pants because he can't get up and walk through we, the people in the back of the plane, to go dump?
I'm going to guess it's true.
You think so? They,
I do.
If they've
Maybe they have to have a certain amount of lavatories for passengers. Like if they have more than X amount of passengers, they have to have 2 lavatories available. I don't know.
I don't know. I was perfectly willing to say I volunteer not to drop a deuce on the flight if that can get us out of here.
But in fairness, I think in the interest of chaos, what would you rather hear? The lavatories, we have to take you to a new plane, or we lost both engines just sitting here.
That's my question.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the co-pilot was messing with the navigation system. Now they can only play Angry Birds, so we can't really take off today.
Damn it, he flipped the switch.
So I'm asking for someone in the airline industry to tell me, is that really what happened? And then we had, and I'm not complaining, we had to get up and switch to a different plane. I'm glad there was a plane available, and of course it was at the Denver airport, which meant
that might have been my flight.
Which meant deplaning, walking 4 miles, getting on the train, then walking another 4 miles to get to the flight with a 6-year-old. But I'm glad to make it. I'm just curious. I wonder if they're just trying to not get everybody upset, or if that's really the case that they can't take off because one of the toilets doesn't work. I mean, can't the first class people come back with the rest of us and drop their deuces?
I say if we can't go up there, they can't come back here.
Yeah.
And if anybody says otherwise, I will start a class war.
That's right. Division. More division.
And it does make you feel awful when
you class war.
when you get on the plane and you're walking, and you kind of have to walk through the first class area, and you feel like, oh well, I got to start working harder. I want to sit up here. Don't you feel kind of awful?
No, it doesn't bother me a bit.
I'm sitting in the back. But in any event, in the grand scheme of things, I'm glad that they're back to flying and everybody's okay. So, did you see the news footage of some of the gigantic piles of luggage?
Oh yeah.
That were in places.
Just laying everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I carry on, my friend.
One friend.
I still haven't been anywhere where they've asked me for my luggage ID. You know, you just walk over, grab your bag, and leave. I mean, I could be Joe Sixpack getting a bag of luggage.
Yeah, that's true. Very rarely do they do that, but there are a handful of places where that will happen. There was a friend of mine flew into Burbank. You know, the little
John Wayne.
Is that John Wayne? Yeah. And there was so much luggage piled up, they cordoned it off, and they would call out your name, and people would go up one at a time and try to identify their luggage in the giant pile. But anyway, so we're back. These things happen. Serious news from the world of the NFL. Last night, one of the most important games of the season in Cincinnati. Chick, you want to take it?
Still no update on what's going to happen with the rescheduling of the Bengals-Bills matchup last night. But during the game, Buffalo defensive back Damar Hamlin, he's in critical condition this morning. The Bills say he suffered a cardiac arrest on the field following a tackle of wide receiver T. Higgins of the Bengals, leading to indefinite postponement of a very important, as Tom said, matchup last night at Monday Night Football between the Bengals and the Bills. Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest on the field. This is the actual quote from the news release in our game against the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to UC Medical Center for further testing and treatment. He's currently sedated and in critical condition at UC Medical Center. So we will keep you up to date on that situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild speculation out there, but I will read the following from the Associated Press. It says, he was hurt while tackling Bengals receiver T. Higgins on a, quote, seemingly routine play that did not appear unusually violent.
Yeah, not anything out of the ordinary at all.
So who knows? At this point, speculation is
But when he tackled Higgins, they both fell down to the ground, and then Hamlin got right up, and then he falls over.
Yeah, no! It a very, very serious event, and it also leads to some. I don't know when they're going to be able to redo the game.
We were just talking off the air, and I don't know what. Give them both a tie. I mean, I don't know.
But won't that affect other teams?
Sure, absolutely. It's going to have to. But I can't. Other than Jerry Jones, I can't see anybody complaining about because this guy pretty much died on the field, and they brought him back to life. That anybody would complain about playoff seeding.
I think that you just heard Skip Bayless say, "Hold my beer, Chick."
Yeah, Skip Bayless is in big trouble. He's you should have got back out there. You should start playing again. He
said that.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, getting headlines and no such thing as bad publicity on and on. But I don't know what he's trying to pull.
We'll keep in touch with the actual facts as they emerge from the Associated Press, et cetera, et cetera. Coming up in lighter things in the news. The state of New York has finally legalized marijuana, and after almost 2 years, they've opened their first dispensary. Way to go, government! That is Some fine work, fellas.
Yeah.
We'll hear about that. On a much later note, we had 2 pigskin pick'em winners while we were on vacation. We'll find out who they were.
And the shoe went nuts. 11 and 3 over 2 weeks.
Wow.
My gosh, Chick.
That's the kind of good news we need.
Here's the thing. I need to stay home more often. That's what I need to do.
Yeah,
I can concentrate.
Also, we have some really bad news. If you have a low sex drive, fellas, you're going to die. Okay, we'll come back with that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4.
You use the sheepskin that you
Let's
use?
not talk about the sheep.
Okay.
Brings up some really sad memories.
Okay. Well, no, I know you've got
It's tough when you name them.
It's
an
a tough
original
breakup.
song.
Yep.
This is an original song from the Electric Amish. Can you guys favor us with a tune?
Yeah, we play all originals because, of course, we're not even allowed to listen to the radio, so I don't even know what you guys hear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead, but I'd love to hear it.
Well, all right. This is a little song goes a little something like this. It kind of tells you who we are.
Oh.
Carl, would you look at Barry back there? He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that he will surely burn in hell.
Out in the field for 40 days. Plowing and planting, breaking the hay. My mule Ezra's pulling the plow. I bought him from Carl for some eggs and a cow. I work all day out in the sun.
Oh, but after some meals, we start to have some fun. I say,
Come on, Greta, lights and lamps. We're making lots of noise and we don't got no lamps. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. The women folk up in Napanee are working their churns for great Barry and me. Sweet butter, rice make pies. Some of their cider about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a plan. They was out to meet us boys in the band. They said, the parson's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are an Amish band. Give it up for Graver.
oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam.
We are an Amish band. Nailed it. We are an Amish band.
And I'm born Graver.
We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Yay! The Electric Amish, ladies and gentlemen.
and a half.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
I was in the Marines for a while.
You were?
Wow.
And it takes a while to adjust as a civilian world when you come out of boot camp because you're so fired up. When I came out that same week, my sister got married. She had me seat people at the wedding. I accepted the assignment, you know. People would come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down! I don't want to be your friend. Get your eyes off me. What is your major malfunction? 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. We're not comfortable. Outstanding. Was outstanding, as a matter of fact.
Comedian Greg Hahn is with us.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Biker. You're
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick, good to see you.
There's John Shardold at the sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We're back.
Yes, sir.
Everybody go through it. I have another technical question. I was going through the TSA
Yes.
thing. And again, all due respect, they do a great job. I appreciate it. If you've ever gone through TSA at the Denver airport.
This is what comes from trying not to make anyone upset.
No, I understand. It's a tough job. I get it. TSA at Denver, it looks like one of those scenes you see in a movie where they're immigrating to Ellis Island and there are 10,000 people going through it.
A lot of people, huh?
So, I have gone through that line every year for the last, 20 years. Mm-hmm. More or less. And like 3 years ago, I remember the guy yelled at me going, "You don't have to take your shoes off, sir." Okay. And then last year, you had to take your shoes off. So when I got up there this year, I said, "Well, is it shoes on or shoes off?" And I'm not kidding. She goes, "It's shoes on until 8:45.
No kidding. Really?
Yeah, that's what she said. So, okay.
I was going to say it's an age thing, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No.
No, it's...
No, you can keep your shoes on if you're like under 3 or something.
Well, I think if you're over a certain age, my mom doesn't have to take her shoes off.
I think it's kind of, Josh pointed this out, it's kind of the Velcro rule.
Right.
You got Velcro on, just keep them on, buddy. Don't worry about it, pal.
But she said, she looked at her watch, she goes, "No, it's because there were people that had, it was crazy."
8:45, huh? That's
yeah.
the key.
That was, and I don't know if she was joking.
Was that like
or
TSA after dark? What the hell?
8:45 a.m.
8:45, this place comes off the hook.
Or maybe it slows down at 8:45.
Shoes are off, belts are off.
Oh, yeah.
Hats are checked.
All right.
Let's do it.
Women with no panties over here. A shorter line. No, I mean, I get it. That's a very tough job. I'm fine with it. I just like to know what the GD rules are. Just tell me. Put a sign up.
At the airport I tried to leave from, there are 2 concourses, and one concourse was specifically for TSA pre-checked, and the other one was just for everybody else. And fortunately, I was TSA pre-check, and I'd never run into that before.
And what's the new thing?
Clear.
Well, yeah.
But you have to be at certain airports to use Clear. Well, not all of them.
And what does Clear do?
It gives you priority over TSA pre-check.
Right. It's an eye thing. It recognizes your eyes.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you walk up to it and you put your eyes up to it.
How do you get one of those?
Well, they were trying to sign people up at the airport I was at over
They kind of
people had a lot of free time where they're milling around.
They kind of masquerade as a, hey, you want a faster, come this way.
Yeah.
A couple members of the Chinese government dressed like Americans.
Yeah.
Hello. Would you like to join? Just put your eyeballs in this device.
Hello. My name is Trevor.
I am American.
I enjoy hot dogs and blue jeans.
Wow, I think we know you from TikTok. Is your home address still 61614? Well, welcome back to the show. We're glad to be here. Everyone seems to be...
Some of us. My dream dies for another year. It's all right. It's okay.
Or does it strengthen?
So you canceled your whole trip.
Resolve, huh?
You didn't go anywhere then after?
No.
Oh, sorry,
you go out of your house?
It's not fair.
Not really, no.
Did you find any good things to watch? I found a good show to watch.
I rediscovered The Thin Man. I was going to go to a film festival in Austin, a showing of The Thin Man with William Powell and...
Myrna Loy?
Myrna Loy, yeah, Myrna.
You don't hear that name much anymore.
No.
Myrna, yeah.
It's a pretty name.
It is.
Myrna Smyrna. So that was great. You know, Jimmy Stewart was in like the second one. It had to be one of his first roles.
What?
He plays a murderer. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
There are a handful of those, aren't there?
Yeah.
I discovered a show I know that I asked you about.
Of course, I've seen it.
Called Slow Horses.
Yeah, on Apple TV.
Apple TV. I literally sitting on the tarmac. I thought, let's make something good. I got Apple TV on my phone a couple years ago to watch
Ted Lasso.
And I quit watching that because it was so boring. So maybe there's something fun to watch.
No. One of the biggest fans in the world. He's
right here.
He's right in the studio. Yeah. It's Josh Arnold and Ted Lasso.
I gave up after like 10 episodes.
I hope I didn't ruin it for you.
No, I just got sick of it.
Ted Lasso.
Great first season.
Yeah, I just got tired. In any event, I stumbled on this show, and I was able to download half of it on the tarmac. And so I watched the first half, and then, of course, it wouldn't.
Good stuff?
Yeah. So then when I got back,
Gary Oldman's, Gary, you can tell
What's
us Gary
it about?
Oldman. He's not wearing a Muppet outfit.
It's like the sort of the M5, the spy unit.
It's Slow Horses. I thought it was a Western.
No, it's the place where
the lesser agents have to go to this place.
The place they send the crappy agents to go to. It's funny.
And
that's cool.
Here's how pseudo-British I am. When I saw the title, I said, I wonder if that's anything to do with Slough, which is what is it, like a street in a suburb of it.
And that's where it is.
That's
very good chick. Anyway, let's real quick a couple things. A very serious story in the world of sports, and not a lot of updates yet. But you want to tell us where we stand with this involving Cincinnati?
Damar Hamlin, a defensive back, a safety, in for Minka Hyde last night. Actually, he's in critical condition this morning at UC Hospital. He suffered a cardiac arrest on the field during the Bengals-Bills game last night in Cincinnati. He had just tackled wide receiver T. Higgins of the Bengals. The Bills say in this statement, Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to UC Medical Center for further testing. He remains unconscious. He's in critical condition, but all of his vital signs have returned to normal. We will keep an eye on that for you.
And again, on the Associated Press, it says it was a seemingly routine play that did not appear unusually violent. So we'll keep on it. A lot of speculation going on out there. We'll spare you that.
And it was a pivotal game as far as standings and playoff races and games in front and behind.
And a fascinating matchup because those two quarterbacks are very good friends.
Yes, very good friends.
They trained together during the off season.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Josh is 6'4", 240, just a badass.
And it's like 24 and 22. They're the future of the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, but so we'll see what happens with that. On a much weirder, lighter note, I actually ran into Eli Manning.
What?
Skiing.
No kidding.
Did you do what I said to do?
Did you run into him?
Did you do what I said to do?
No, I left him alone. He was with his family. You never bother anybody.
I told him, I said, you should go up and go, hey, Peyton, how you doing, Peyton? What's going on, Peyton?
But didn't he, remember he dressed up, went undercover as Chad Powers?
Yeah.
That would have been funny to recognize him as the wrong guy.
Have you seen that? Where
Yeah.
He's a quarterback prospect, and it's Eli Manning in makeup. You can't tell it's him.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
But he was in the warming hut with his family while skiing.
Pussy warming hut.
No, let me tell you something. It was when it gets windy and you're 10,000 feet. It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
You go in for some hot chocolate.
Willie, did you make it skiing?
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, good.
We were out there. It was a great time. A lot of fun.
But, by the way, one of the things you forget about Eli Manning, and the same thing is true, Mr. Peyton Manning was often a guest on this show, you forget that Eli Manning is huge. Because they're on a field with a bunch of gigantic guys. You forget that Eli's like 6'4".
And Peyton's 6'6" or whatever the hell it is.
And it doesn't dawn on you because they look so small compared to so many of the men they play with. But it's cool to see that Eli was out there skiing, having a great time. And that's why he's such a great person, because he skis.
Because he skis.
He's a good family man. I didn't want to bother him.
How do you know? They might have been in the middle of a big family argument.
No, they were in a
divorce. The last, divorce. Thanks.
No, they were just having fun as a family.
No, yeah. Why bother him when you can bother your family members, any random barista that's around? You know, there's a lot of people.
Tom, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Are you actually going down the big mountains with all that hardware in your body?
What do you mean? Sure.
You are.
Yeah.
You're flying down the mountain.
In fact, with all that hardware in his body, he goes down even faster.
Did you ever see the $6 Million Man?
If you fall.
Did you hear this while you were skiing?
No. The only hardware I have is I have a metal bar in my arm and 11 screws.
Oh, that's it.
Which I'm reminded of every time I go through TSA because they have to. There's a piece of metal in there. Blum.
Before he started skiing, there were 13 screws. So.
I used to have to carry an X-ray with little tiny X-ray with me.
What?
Oh, to show them?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Go, hey, this is me.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you do a joke? This is my latest picture.
Oh.
This is X-ray.
We have a lot of listeners that have metal. I'm sure there are people out there listening that have a lot more metal in their body than I do.
Did you fall at all?
I've got 7 or 8 stents. I've lost track. I'm not sure which it is.
Wow.
You don't know how many.
And are stints metal?
Yeah, they look like little teeny tiny smaller
springs
in a pen.
They really do?
Yeah.
Except they're obviously highly processed metal with.
Wow, that's what they tell you.
The technical
That's why they
term
charge you more.
The technical term is they coat them in some goop that keeps them from rusting inside your heart.
Chick, if I take a fridge magnet and I put it over your heart, will that do anything fun for you?
Yep, it sucks me right to it. It's nuts. Plus, I got wire holding my chest together.
Of course, you forget how to write for 2 days. But,
right, and when I go past the coffee maker, I piss my pants. But other than that, I'm okay.
Did you? My son Sam, Willie's brother. After was it day 2 or 3 that he?
Oh, Sam, how is Sam? Is he okay?
No,
is everything
he fell and separated his shoulder, so he didn't get to ski the rest of.
He fell on the catwalk there, chick. Not the hill.
Yeah, that's the funniest. That's the embarrassing part.
Did you walk over to him, being a brother, and go, "So much for your dream of a WWE"?
I said, you know what, Sam? This is a real bummer. I mean, on our vacation, you sucker, loser. Yeah.
Did he have to lethal weapon it right back in?
No, the guy from the ski patrol did it.
Oh wow! Boy.
He's got to go to the surgeon today to see what's happening. But
what's
the sad thing is, he did, as Willie points out, he did it in a flat part. Oh, it's just embarrassing.
Well,
and if you want to get hurt, you should say, "Oh well, I was trying to rescue a kid who was inadvertently going down a black diamond." And I got to the flat part, fell over, and
you and your shoulder come to agreement separation. It always wants to leave after that. It separates easier and easier.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll see. So we had a good time. Josh, what'd you tell us about your vacation?
Oh, I had a great time. I spent a weekend in Lexington, Kentucky with Willie, and then a weekend in St. Louis with the family.
Nice.
The fam.
All right, and then Mr. Godwin, did you not go to Lexington, Kentucky as well?
Yeah, for New Year's Eve week, it was fun.
I heard it was.
And they all love Josh too.
Isn't it wonderful?
Great club.
Just great. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Christy Lee, your vacation?
I went to southern Florida, the Isla Morada area, Key West.
So fun.
Went to Sloppy Joe's.
So fly.
Sent a picture to Chick and said, "Your face could be on this board, my friend."
Well, Sloppy Joe's is the place where they do the famous
Hemingway contest.
That's his bar.
Yep. And then got back before the deep freeze and spent 5 days with the fam.
Good.
Complete with a new 84-pound dog that my daughter has.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
I bet the dog's sweet.
She is very sweet.
This is my year, Sloppy Joe year, 2023.
You say that every year.
You really got to do it.
Yeah.
You really have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be great.
This is it. This is the big.
Heck yeah, it is.
year.
Why don't we take our vacation that week and we'll all go and support
That would be
it?
fun.
In fact, should we just start calling you Champ today?
Yeah.
There's no way you would lose.
Hey, Champ.
What was that one part about we're all going to go together? What was that?
No, Ace. Ace, on your vacation, obviously you didn't shave.
Right.
And everyone else seems to like it. I don't.
This is the part where I tell guys that growing beards, you got to let it go, man. Don't worry about it for a couple months.
He's not going to. Well, never mind.
Are you going to do the goatee thing or with the Van Dyke, whatever they call it?
It'll probably be gone by Friday.
Are you shaving on the sides?
It looks good though.
I don't think it does.
You don't?
I'll be honest. I'm the only one that
frames his face.
Why you don't like change? We know that.
Don't concern yourself so much with others' physical appearance. It's not that big of a deal. He looks nice.
Or, Ace, don't concern yourself with what Tom has to say.
Well, what is your? It's almost like a phobia, or you need to announce it to everybody. Well, look at this guy. What's his problem? With his beard. It's like being in second grade again. Oh, you got a haircut.
Yeah. It's like Joan Rivers if she looks like Mr. Burns. It doesn't make any sense.
I was just saying.
And by the way, Mr. Kunstler, nice sideburns you got.
William Kunstler, the famous lawyer. Yeah, I probably get.
Yeah, those sideburns. It looks like you're a tax accountant for the Confederacy. It's not a great look. It's not a great look.
It is not a good look.
No, I like his sideburns too. Yeah.
You and Jeff Davis have
like Neil Young's uncle.
They're well groomed.
Okay, and real quick, the show's going to be completely without any sort of flow or theme or linear thought.
What's new about that?
Yesterday, someone sent me something. It was a television show from the Tom Jones had a TV show for a while, the famous
variety show,
Welsh.
Yeah,
and his guests.
No, hang on, you're going too fast. Here's Tom Jones. I don't know.
He's so weird.
Welsh. And what is Welsh? I know Welsh rabbit.
Mr. Jones, his guests were Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And
he sang with
so I'm thinking, this will be great.
Neat.
And, from back in the day, but Tom Jones was singing lead.
Like wooden ships,
Have
right?
you seen this?
Yeah, I have.
It is just painful.
It's weird.
He was the fifth wheel?
Yeah, he sang with
It was his show.
Wait a minute, Young was there?
Yeah, and of course Neil had the sideburns. Neil has the sideburns that go, so it's like a chin strap. They go all the way down. But no, those guys were in their heyday.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, and Jones?
Yeah, is it fair to say it's just not good?
It's so weird. His big voice doesn't really work for that song.
I mean, as great as those guys are.
What song was it?
I think it was Wooden Ships, right?
I had to put it out of my mind. It was so painful. It was one of their hits. I think it was a David Crosby tune.
Wow.
Does Neil Young?
Yeah, that's Wooden Ships.
Does he have a good sense of humor? Because I really want them to do Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Old. I think that would just be a fun tour. Now that they're all old guys.
Oh, Neil's great.
I don't know if he has a sense of humor, but
he's a nice guy. I was at a press conference thing. It's a long, boring story, but the essence of it was there was a technical issue, and I couldn't get the sound for this network we were doing some stuff for. And I went up to Neil Young, and he said, "Oh, sure, come on over." And we walked over to the corner. He couldn't have been more cordial.
Oh, very nice, good.
When other people there were dicks about it. So, he was real nice. And he certainly does his own thing. Anyway,
I met David Crosby one weekend.
And?
He was what Tom just described, the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's true.
Couldn't be
heard
a
that.
bigger dick showing off for his girlfriend. It was amazing.
Graham Nash is one of the nicest guys.
Graham Nash, still, I can see why Joni fell in love with him.
He's a very sweet guy. And in any event, as you can see, today's show has no theme. and
no
the
shoe-in went 11-3.
That's
great.
great.
Break.
And do you know who Michael Sheets and David Jans are?
No, who are they?
Oh, they are winners of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em competition.
Holy
when we come
Sheets.
back, I'll tell you who they are. What'd you say?
Holy Sheets.
Holy Sheets.
Oh, Michael Sheets.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That would have been very awkward if his name had been Michael Schatz.
It's awkward the way it
And
is.
so does his whole family.
How about Michael Fuchs? How about that?
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More.
Story out of Japan about a product that they sell. They're called panty scrunchies.
Right.
Here's the story. It's in Japanese. Apparently, it's pantsu sushu or shushu, shushu, which translates, according to this news account, as panty scrunchies. They're tiny panties that, when tied, they turn into scrunchies. And according to this, they're just over $6 American.
And I looked at those online, and I think I said even back
a couple weeks ago. I go, well, that's just like every other pair of thongs in my drawer. You could just make any pair of
So if you were
panties
in a pinch,
a scrunchie.
in a pinch, if you needed to have a ponytail holder,
I could grab a pair of.
and as I point out, you'd be like a slutty magician all of a sudden. You know, just a second, honey, I'm going to get a ponytail. You reach between your legs. Woof. Ta-da! You're the slutty magician. And
these panties are very large,
Yeah, these are bigger
No, these are
ones.
not your panties. Can
These
I see
are
them?
mine, actually.
These are yours?
Yes.
Are they?
They
have
look
you
sexy.
worn
They look
those?
good.
I have never worn those.
Well, these would fall off.
Yeah, they're
They're one size fits all.
Well, they don't
Thongs
look
come
that-
one size fits all.
They
a lot.
do?
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately.
Where do the legs go? These are confusing
That's-
me. Oh, I see. Oh, I got it.
Whoopsie.
I got it. There we
Never
go.
seen a pair? What's going
Not
on?
like this. Not at this angle.
Oh, I like those.
They're very nice, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they are.
they're quite comfortable, actually.
Josh, these might fit you. These are quite roomy.
Well, hey,
set yourself up for that one, pal, didn't you?
You want to try them on after I'm done putting them in
Sure,
my hair?
I'm
All right.
game.
You can
You
make
can
it-
have them if
no,
you'd
you
like.
could make these into a jaunty beret.
eBay, here I
Now you're handing out panties to guests?
All guests in the Bob and Tom show received monogram Bob and Tom.
You cannot
I do have Bob and Tom. I do have a Bob and Tom thong
to
in
give you an
here.
idea, these are
Oh.
this is actually falling off my head.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Really
you didn't scrunch
something.
it. Yeah,
Well,
you
you're
didn't.
not making it a scrunchie. You're making it a beret.
Look at
That's
this.
totally different.
I mean, there's room for
Seriously.
There's room for a large woman.
A four-yoker in there.
Okay, make these
They're
into a
one
scrunchie.
size fits all. I can't
Okay.
help that.
His head did
Hello,
kind of look like an
hello.
ass cheek while it was sticking.
Here, Christy Lee now has her
Oh, my
panties back.
gosh.
They're red, kind of frilly.
Yeah, they're lace.
They're reinforced in the
red.
appropriate areas
Yeah,
where there
so-
might be, you know.
All you do.
Okay,
is-
now Christy's making a ponytail. Christy has lovely hair. Now you're gonna have to like double that thing over like 8 times. That
Right,
these are such
that's
big
my
panties.
point. That's why the bigger ones, I mean, the smaller Japanese panties would work better.
Okay.
But you could still make this work. I mean,
I don't even think you would know that those were panties.
would you know?
No,
Turn around, let's
except
see.
for the smell.
Well-
Except for the smell, you'd have no.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you would never know.
I said they were clean, for God's
I'm
sake.
sorry.
They've never been worn. But yeah, then it
Yeah.
just looks like a lace, a lace scrunchie. You would
It does
never.
look nice.
Yeah.
So this is a little trick now. If you're doing the walk of shame, ladies, you can
Well, if
tie
you're
your hair back.
or if you're anticipating the walk of shame. See,
Oh,
this
so you
is-
have an extra pair of panties with you.
Yeah. See, this is thinking ahead.
So you pull your
Or if you
back.
have explosive diarrhea. That's
true as well.
There we go.
I think you're going to need a backup pair.
Usually take your panties
You
off.
know,
before
usually
you
women
have-
just carry them in their purse,
Okay.
but I guess you could do that.
It's kind of a cool. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could do it.
And so she's right. Christy's right. Any panties will work.
Well, almost. I don't know if granny panties would work.
Oh,
but
true,
The
yeah,
smaller,
yeah.
the little thong ones do.
Well, good to know. That's a little. You should send that tip to Cosmo. We could send him the video. We have made a little video here of Christy putting on her panties on her
I'm
head.
sure that was very exciting.
So you need to use them as the hair tie before you use them as panties. I had it backwards.
Yes, Tom. You don't use dirty panties as
I
a
see.
hair.
Did anybody else just see Christy shake her hair out like
Yeah,
that? It was
put
pretty
that in
awesome.
slow motion.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump? I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's in the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
A little facial hair going on there.
Boo! I want to look like you.
Well, you got a little ways to go, but no, I left mine. I was going to get mine trimmed and everything, but I'm going to let it grow out. See.
Oh yeah.
Let the hair go.
Hey,
see what
can
happens.
you do me a favor? Can you grow it like real pointy?
Hi, Willie.
You know, you ever remember that look, like that Walt Whitman look?
Yes.
Looks like you have no friends to tell you how stupid
No, like,
you look.
as much as it pains me to say this, you mean like Mitch Miller?
Oh, yeah.
That's the pointiest beard I can think of.
Did he go gray? Was he still in the public limelight when he?
I think
I
he
don't
was
think he did he?
very gray, but he also appeared in public very black.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm not exactly sure. I need help with something.
I'm your man. Pick me,
Closed circuit.
buddy.
My favorite app was an app called Dark Sky for weather forecasting.
Dude, didn't you change over? I told you to change over 6 months ago.
Yeah, but Dark Sky
became the Weather Channel.
And that it's rain.
The Weather Channel is going to eat it. It's Byron Allen. He's going to eat up everything.
Is that who bought it?
I think Byron
But
Allen.
it's gone as of January 1st.
Chick, do you remember this? This is the Dark Sky story. We are sitting outside, but there's a sort of umbrella, so I'm the only person that is not under the umbrella.
Right.
And I go, can we please sit inside? I'm getting rained on.
Mm-hmm.
My dad goes, well, I checked Dark Sky. It says it's not raining. And I go, no, there's water on my food right now.
And yet it was the best app. A weatherman friend of mine had turned me onto it.
And you know what he likes about that app? Is can look at someone as they're trying to have lunch with him, which people only have lunch with him one time. But he can, it's going to start raining in 12 minutes. You wait and see.
You know, they were pretty good about it. It was pretty accurate. Yeah. I mean, there's like this Dark Sky cult out there, but I can't quite figure out what I need a new weather
channel.
App. Well, someone who knows what they're talking about, would you please email me what's the best weather app out there?
Boy, if that wasn't as dismissive.
God,
she does weather. She has ethos. She can back it up.
The Weather Channel
Why did you ask?
is the god of weather.
No, he's not.
I think it's other people have other gods. You're welcome to celebrate whatever little toy holidays you have at the Weather Channel.
Right.
I happen to support Christmas.
What is that angle? That makes no sense. You won't be happy till Storm from the X-Men is in your pocket and she can change the weather for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of superheroes, one of the weirdest stories, I feel, a great actor, Jeremy
Renner, yeah,
was seriously injured operating. He lives near Lake Tahoe in a very isolated area, and he has to kind of dig himself out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was using some kind of
snowplow fell on him.
It's huge, and I guess massive leg injuries and blood, everything.
And chest.
They helicoptered him out. So.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I know him from good movies, but he's also in those stupid superhero movies.
What do you mean? He's Hawkeye. What do you mean?
Whatever.
Hurt Locker,
I'm sure yeah, the Hurt Locker. There's a movie.
Was he in Wind River?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He's a great actor. But yeah, and he can afford the nice place in Tahoe because of the stupid superhero movies. So more power to him. Anyway, but best of luck there.
Yeah.
Once again, a very serious story out of the NFL in Cincinnati. The game postponed following a apparent on-the-field cardiac event.
The official recounting from the Buffalo Bills, defensive back Damar Hamlin in critical condition still this morning at UC Medical Center in Cincinnati. He suffered a cardiac arrest on the field following a tackle of Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins last night during Monday Night Football between the Bills and the Bengals. That game has been indefinitely postponed. And the Bills said in a statement, Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game against the Bengals last night. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and then he was transferred to UC Medical Center, where he remains in critical condition. And we are keeping an eye on that for him.
And again, according to the Associated Press, it was a routine play, and the hit did not appear to be, and I'm quoting here, unusually violent. So there's a lot of speculation out there, and not worth speculating about.
Chick, obviously, the man's health is the main thing. But in terms of the game, how far along were they in the game?
First quarter.
First quarter, Bengals were ahead 7-3.
Okay, so when they... Is that just now null and void and when they play?
This is an unprecedented event.
I would... the situation that makes the most sense to me, and I'm a football fan for 60 years, is just give them both buys or give them both ties, and and if that affects,
but won't that affect other? That affect other teams who are trying to?
So be it.
Could they add an extra week to the playoffs and do the game then?
I don't. They're already packed in with this super wild card weekend now, and there's an extra game. There isn't a spare week between the NFC and AFC championship games and the Super
And there's
Bowl.
one more game for every team, right?
Yeah, there's one more.
The
game.
final week is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't ask the teams to play Tuesday, then play again.
Well, they didn't really play last night.
Could they play their game the week after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that would work.
Now, Josh, now you're thinking maybe they could
now
play the
there's
game.
a good idea.
Maybe they could play. Maybe they could put on skates and play hockey instead.
Could they do that? I'm just trying to find solutions.
You're still mad. You're still mad about the World Cup and the penalty kicks.
I am.
Jesus.
I mean, I am. But I think the World Cup is stupid to end those games with a shootout. I'm sorry, and that's exactly the kind of anger I want to get out there. I want to congratulate.
Me, because I went 11-3 in the shoe.
11-3.
11-3.
Fantastic
the
job.
shoe now a robust 6 games above 500.
That's great.
44-38.
But how do we know that? Because we weren't here. Did
He
you?
posted it.
I put it up on Instagram. It's all.
He
Legit?
posted all of his picks Monday after Sunday football.
He didn't do that.
I want to very quickly
Why would I do
congratulate.
that? Willie, can I see you in the hallway?
I want to congratulate Michael Sheets from Terre Haute, Indiana. He got 15 of.
Holy.
I thought they called him the Freak.
Yo, holy sheets.
Freakinda?
Freaking sheets. Thank you.
Stinky. Mr. Sheets.
He doesn't have a mountain home, does he?
Mr. Sheets was our Week 15 winner.
Oh, he loves his mountain home.
He won himself a beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max. Our Week 16 winner, David Jans from Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Now, what do you suppose? I wonder, do you suppose the Tomahawk, Wisconsin high school football team, they have to be the Tomahawks, right? What do you think?
I would.
I don't know.
Or would they be the Tomahawk Hatchets?
Well,
or?
no, they'd be the Tomahawk Tomahawks.
Yeah,
That's what I'm. Oh, okay.
That'd be dumb.
We have to call Mr.
I'm
David.
surprised you didn't. This David
Jans. J-A-N-Z.
Right.
The Fugitive.
We're officially back.
Well, I know my boy. Do I know my boy?
We'll talk about our winners and how you can be a winner. It would in the final NFL week, Week 18, kicks off Saturday because there is not a Thursday game.
Yep, 2 games on Saturday. And I saw the.
Could they move the Bengals game to Thursday and make that a Thursday nighter?
I guess.
But then wouldn't they have
could
to
do
play?
anything.
Wouldn't they have to play again on Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, they could do a doubleheader Sunday.
I like the way you're thinking.
Baseball team still don't. I saw the Banshees movie. What's it called?
Oh, the Banshees of
Inisherin?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the Banshees of Ed Sheeran.
Oh, you saw the wrong one.
You saw the 18s.
So I couldn't understand what the hell the
Women were just singing the songs very loud.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll try to get the show back on track.
What the hell is this?
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
And a very good morning. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Yes, we are live in studio this morning here at the Frigamall building, joining you and back at it. Can you believe it? 2023 is already here, and we are rolling right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. On the way, Kostaki Economopoulos, our NFL correspondent. Find out more about Kostaki at All Pro Lines on Facebook. You can go there. Sometimes he has a premise of a joke you can fill in. And if he uses your joke on the air, he'll give you credit. That's Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy, our NFL correspondent. As we wrap up Week 17 last night, had an incident there with the Bengals. Chick McGee covering it in sports. He'll have all the latest updates, and Kostaki should touch on it as well. This morning in the 8 o'clock hour, it's Kostaki Economopoulos right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin in critical condition early this morning. Bills say he suffered a cardiac arrest on the field following a tackle just hours earlier, leading to the indefinite postponement of Buffalo's pivotal Monday night matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. The Bills said in a statement, Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and then he was transferred to UC Medical Center. College football bowl action yesterday. Number 9, Penn State beating Utah in the Rose, 35-21. Number 14, Tulane beating USC 46-45 in the Cotton Bowl. Number 24, Mississippi State beat Illinois 19-10 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. And number 16, LSU over Purdue in the Citrus Bowl, 63-7. NBA winners yesterday, New York, Philly, the Lakers, Indiana, Brooklyn, Minnesota, Dallas, Portland, and Miami all get the wins. And in the overtime game between Cleveland and Chicago, Donovan Mitchell scores 71 and the Cavs win. And Golden State in double overtime beating Atlanta 143-141. Klay Thompson had 54. And in the NHL last night, Boston, Vegas, and Philly skate to wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Can you tell us about Hawaii?
I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where's that going to go?
Obviously, to a pineapple farm.
Yeah, what is that? And I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. It's my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the Ni-I-I-I-Pu-U-Lo-O-O-K-A-U-T. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I'm like, I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
Fascinating. They have two airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hilly Willy Puli, and then they call the other one Willy Willy Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hilly Willy Puli, not Willy Willy Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hilly Willy Puli, Willy Willy Pali. I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. Is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the I
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I don't blame them. I'll say it like this. What I hate worse than the common flies are them little fruit flies that are always hanging around in bars or in the summer around wet dog feeders. I swear to God. They could be 1,000 miles away and somehow spot a wet dog feeder like a hawk surveying feeder mouse. They always find them. Flies are sort of badass. When you ever seen pictures of flies up close?
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Their eyes are like mini disco balls.
Yes.
They can see over like 200 different angles. Now, I bet flies would be great billiards players if they could make sticks to fit their hands.
Good point. Yeah, they can see everything.
Silly.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everyone.
That could mean $1,000.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, sir.
Don't look now, but Tom's dancing.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, and so's Willie.
This is an all skate.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Man, you're making my head hurt. Don't do that. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
A little 5 o'clock shadow there. Maybe 6 or 7. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom. Hi, Tom.
Now, Ace, do you have a... who do you bounce things off of? Because your fiance, she has left the building. Is that correct?
Oh my God! Oh boy! What a way to put it.
Let me. Longtime listeners of this show know one of Tom's favorite things he likes to say on the air is, no one can keep a secret like I can.
Yeah.
He always has said that.
And look at how he loves everybody else's pain.
And it's not like there's any skeletons in his closet.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's what's
no
so
kidding.
vexing.
Exactly.
That's
My
Can I give you some advice on your life for a guy who has a mess on his hands?
My closet. The good news is it's a walk-in.
That's very funny.
So the closets can dance around.
That's very
Actually, right now, I don't have a closet. I'm living in a hotel.
Are the kids with you at the hotel?
No, they're not. It's a long story. I'll be in a real house.
Are you hiding right now?
Next week.
Next week, seriously?
I won't be in the house that I'm building. No, we're using someone else's house for
It's going to be an
a while.
interesting period for all of us.
Yes, but right now I'm dog-free. And,
well, luckily, we won't hear about it.
but you're a single man. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so do you have someone out there who whose opinion you would someone you look up to? So you would say, oh, and if this person says perhaps that's not my look. Is there's who do you, I mean? I know do you have a friend you'd go to and say, what do you think? Should I grow the beard?
The only person I talked to over the break was the self-check cashier at Meyer and my friend Eric.
That was it?
Well, you texted me a couple times.
Yeah.
But didn't talk.
So did the self-check lady at Meyer go, yikes, that's scary.
No.
The money's in the register.
Scarier. Yeah, just take the money. Don't shoot me.
Do you have a relationship with her in terms of you know each other by...
She knows to say hi and very friendly.
Did she mention it?
Okay.
No. Okay.
Which looks worse, Ace's In your opinion, Tom, I think it looks great. Which looks worse? Ace's 5 o'clock shadow or just the general appearance of Ken Burns? Why is he holding on to the 18-year-old bangs?
It's terrible. That haircut. Is
It looks so he dyes his hair jet black.
What's
and
wrong
then
with that?
His beard grows in white.
Yeah, it's all gray. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he has the pencil thin too. See that?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Ken Burns, he does look much better, though, when it starts with a wide shot and it slowly zooms in. So that's the best way to view Ken
Really?
Burns.
Maybe some nice banjo music.
A lot
That'd
of
be
photos.
a great present for him. Give him a picture of himself, like Willie said, though, with you know those photographs, those things you can get. You frame them, and they move. Little mini movie that repeats itself constantly, and it's got that whole Ken Burns effect on it.
Somebody call Peter Coyote.
Isn't that getting a little old?
No.
Yes.
What's the best Ken Burns documentary?
They're all good.
The baseball one, I like.
Oh yeah,
people like the country music one.
I like that.
They're all good, but I think maybe spice it up a little.
I didn't
bit.
care for
Have Gilbert Gottfried do it instead of Peter. Just for
that's probably.
and then he took the baseball. I guess that's
Babe Ruth was the rudest man alive. No, have you seen the one with Ben Franklin? They don't, for nothing about him being president. It was this.
Oh, boy. It's like a glaring omission.
Bad from start to finish.
Okay. We're going to have a special guest doing news with us today.
Yeah.
Christy Lee's daughter, Sophie, is here. So we're going to, as we ease Christy out, kind of.
Yeah.
we're like Menudo.
Exactly.
4 years from now, it'll be the Willie and Sophie show.
Yeah. Oh, Josh will be here.
And
No.
Dad, I have a feeling you'll still be here. And Mark will be trying to wheel you out of the building every day, and you'll just be yelling and screaming.
I told you. Poop. People laugh.
Do I have to take my shoes off?
Poop. I didn't hear any poop today in the show.
Poop.
Well, you will today.
Sophie, poop it up.
There is poop in the news today.
Is there really?
Yes, there is.
Of course there is.
There is legitimate fecal news today.
Fecal
It is
news.
shoehorned scatological.
We'll get to that. Let's see now. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. We're all back from our vacation time. Hope.
Did you sleep a lot?
No.
Boy, I did.
I wish.
Anybody else? Did you like?
It's the first year I really did get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting. I
Very
slept one
nice.
morning till 8. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
Sleeping at altitude is somewhat difficult.
Is it?
Especially when you have a bad cold, so the level of oxygen is somewhat diminished. But I slept. I finally had a great night's sleep when I got to the hotel here in town.
Okay.
Have you ever had a restful, enjoyable vacation?
No.
Now, keep in mind, you keep going on these vacations, but nothing's ever been
Traveling with an entourage.
Here's the thing about
beneficial.
The
to
thing
you.
about skiing is that
It's pretentious and
no, it's not
awful.
pretentious. It's
No, it's not at
Our
all.
audience
It's
can't
the
relate.
closest you can come. It's the closest you can come to being a bird.
What's
it's like
the,
flying.
It really is fun.
What's the lift ticket? What's the average lift ticket cost?
Well, it
Well.
It depends. You can buy a season pass or whatever.
And how much do those go for?
$12,000. And the
Is that,
season is from
They're not $12,000.
December to March. Or, yeah.
The point is,
They're much more expensive.
the thing about skiing is
Eli Manning was there. Have you seen these prices? Jeez.
yeah. The frustrating thing about getting the gear on, it's very unnatural. Ski boots are the most unnatural thing.
I still have
walking in
no
them is very
idea
difficult
how you got all this together and did that. The way you hobble around here.
I know.
You
And
get some
now,
issues
all
going
of a
on.
sudden, you're, Tony Hawk out there. I don't know.
It's the noises that his knees were making. It was crazy. It was like a Philip Glass recording. You wouldn't believe it. Just clicking and
Yeah, I'll be okay. It was fun. So I highly recommend it. But the ski boots are a very unnatural thing to put on, and
Walk around
They're hard to
in.
put on. They're hard to walk in.
Jake, you know what helps with the ski boots? Get a coffee and a little bit of vodka in that coffee. It'll help with the ski
yeah.
boots.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
they
whiskey.
slip
Come
right
on.
in. Little,
Yeah.
What makes the ski boots so difficult? Aren't they just boots?
No, they're very heavy.
And you lean into them usually, so they're.
So you're kind of walking at a weird angle?
Well, if you get the Earth ski boots.
But the larger point is,
You go to the lodge with the boots on?
Every aspect of it is frustrating. The travel, you get there, you get too hot, you get too cold. Getting ready, you got kids schlepping around.
Sounds like a great time.
People are dropping skis and poles, cursing at one another.
Yeah, it sounds.
It's there's a lot of really, but then once you're doing it, Josh, it's like flying.
I would imagine
it's like being a bird.
There's a certain peace and majesty.
Yeah.
Yes, but
you only get like 3 runs a day because you got to wait in a line that's 8 miles long.
It depends where you go. It depends what time you go. We had a great time.
Do they have a sledding hill?
In some places in Colorado, I know at Vail, Colorado, they have one.
They had a bar, though, and a fireplace, right?
Sure.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Many.
There you go.
Boots on there or off? You have the boots on in the lodge?
It depends.
Oh. I'm tickled by how Pat just cannot believe you're still skiing.
See, I have some inside info.
It's not just Pat, it's his children,
His
his doctors
legs are
across the
shot.
I
country.
love that you're still out there doing it. You should be.
It's the one thing he enjoys.
My aunt did it until she was 80. And then she had to stop because, she couldn't put a sentence together and would come up to me and go, "Hi, Bruce. I thought you were dead." I go, "That's my dad."
Yeah.
Jeez.
Boy.
That was pretty rough.
Oh, sure, yeah. Nothing ruins a ski trip like dementia.
Yeah.
Standing at the bottom of the hill looking up it, going, I don't know why I'm not moving. Well,
Why are my
maybe
feet?
stand on your head.
Why are my feet so long?
The hills of Geneva.
What happened?
Here, doggy, it's a bear.
She thinks she's on the ski lift. She's riding around the baggage claim carousel.
I've come up with a theory, Josh, that I think you'll like.
Yes.
Sometimes when you'll go to an event, you don't have to dress up much, but I got to go to this thing. You dress up and you put your fancy coat on, and then you're in the car and you reach in, there's something in your pocket. And you forget, I forgot about that. And then there's $20, isn't it? I'm on the chairlift. And I'm checking out the various pockets on my very fashionable Bogner ski jacket.
I like those.
All right. Okay.
And
because he gave you one.
And I find a thing of chapstick.
Yeah.
Which is very necessary while skiing, too.
I would think.
And I have a new theory about chapstick. Chapstick is kind of like porno movies.
Okay.
Porn?
Yeah, because no one really ever gets to the end. I mean, have you ever in your life finished a chapstick? I never. Yeah,
Ace has his right there.
Of course, Ace, you're of course the exception to the rule. This is why you don't
dig it out
ski.
into the bottom.
If you're in Michigan or Vermont, you turn in your old chapstick, get 5 cents. How nice is that?
Isn't that interesting?
It's one of those things you just buy, and then eventually it's sort of like having a jar full of change. There should be a coin star for old chapsticks. I've got 30 of them in various drawers at my house. It's one of those things you just buy here and there. Have you ever finished a chapstick, Christy?
I don't use chapstick.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Does the Louis Vuitton make something?
No. I use Aquaphor, and I have finished it many times because it squirts. It doesn't.
Oh, really? Do you just like to squirt it right in your eye and go, "That's what I want, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Give me more, you stud."
That's what I want. Baby. Finally, a man who sees me and my passions.
My daughter's sitting
in
right
the
there.
eyes.
Mark, get the wheelchair.
Her daughter is right in the eyes.
Right there.
Boy.
Well, see, the problem with that is then that eliminates you've added a step. Chapstick, you apply directly to your lips.
They have a new applicator, and it squeezes out, and you can just push it on your lips.
The rolly ball thing?
No, it's not like a rolly ball, but it does. You don't have to take it out and put it on your finger.
You have to have a special tool?
No, it's already. I'll show it to you during the break.
It's a tube. It's got a small hole.
Yeah,
so, right. Is it that kind of thing? So,
yes.
It's the stuff that we were giving Hart on vacation. She had very bad chapped lips, so I gave her some of that. It helped.
Aquaphor is used by most dermatologists.
All right. Well, chapstick. Once again, my theory.
That's how you apply it? Oh, I apply it the way my grandma used to.
Oh, how's that?
Well, she would just slather her lips in it, then give us kisses.
Right on the.
So now I insist that's how.
You ever get a case of crack attack? You take a chapstick and take it.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Stings, but it eventually.
You don't want to put it in there. You just want to.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong.
A sort of,
rim.
Lightly.
Hey, let's take a break.
Lightly rim it.
Yeah, you got to pucker your. Yeah.
You want to either mark that one or throw it away.
My God.
Coming up in sports.
Huh? What, me? We had some NBA high scoring last night, and we continue to keep watch on the Buffalo Bills defensive back, Damar Hamlin. He's still in the hospital. He's in critical condition, but his vitals have returned to normal, and he was injured last night during the Bengals-Bills game. His heart stopped during a tackle, and they brought him back on the field, and now he's in the hospital, and we're checking that to see how that situation is going to pan out.
And on a super positive note, Willie, did you see what happened in the NBA last night with the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah, did Donovan Mitchell score 71 points?
It's one of the great nights of basketball ever. Just a great, positive, fun story. We'll get to that coming up. Plus, in the news, we have some South Korean news for you, Josh.
Okay.
I know you're a big fan. Plus, we have our Pigskin Pick'em winners. We'll review that whole thing. And Chick's amazing Shoein' of the Week victories.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to...
How are things going, Ron? You're out on tour. You got a lot of live shows happening.
Yeah, they keep showing up, and I can't believe it either.
We have. I notice you've got your guitar out.
I do.
Give that a strum. I want to see if. Oh, that's nice.
I'd like to sing you a song that could probably change your life. But I don't have one. So I'll just sing this. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and buddy, she goes there a lot. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Go on, flick it, girl. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and just rubbing that cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing until the cows come home. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flick, flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
We should have a college football team. I was in Boston a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was turning around, I went down to Cambridge. I was walking the Harvard campus there, pretending. And, and it dawned on me, Harvard, they didn't put anybody good in football, do they, Harvard, huh? Ivy League, bunch of wimps. That Big Ten, Pac-10's big business. You got the football program. People may take a class or two.
Right.
As a Harvard, you get the school football game might break out on the weekend. I think if Harvard ever played like Ohio State in football, the play-by-play be something like, and Harvard's quarterback is dropped behind the line again for loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. And he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose McCauley. Moose is a sixth-year redshirt freshman, majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's a nice shot in the stands of his wife and 5 kids. Yeah. He drives a Lexus.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Now, we've got a couple of heads in here that have a lot of skin on them. One would be mine. The other would belong to Clint Howard, actor. Now, are you in every one of your brother Ron Howard's movies?
Oh, no. There's been a lot. Actually, the one that stopped the streak was, Ransom. And then I wasn't in Beautiful Mind, and I wasn't in any of the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Can I say it pisses me off?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sure. Your honesty is wonderful and refreshing.
Yes.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom, we have a special guest.
I can see her right there. Want to introduce her?
I forgot her name.
You forgot her name.
I didn't. It's Sophie.
Who?
Sophie.
Very good.
That's
hey,
correct.
Sophie.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello.
It's Christy's daughter, Sophie. She's
Yes.
going to help us with the news today.
All right.
Because we weren't sure if Christy was going to survive the holiday season.
Yeah, well,
So we
I'm
thought
not
if,
so
she
sure I
does, if
have.
she doesn't make it, we'll have Sophie come in and do the news. Now we've got them both. Isn't that nice?
Double Lees.
All right.
Exactly.
And we haven't heard a song from Mr. Godwin yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
I'm in the meat in a Lee sandwich.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, mother-daughter. Where's that on the...
Well, I've got the PornHub 3, isn't it? Look at this. Look at how thick these stats are. I mean, this is a good...
Oh, my.
80 pages.
Oh, I thought you were doing
PornHub stats.
That's the real Pornhub stats.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Wow.
Somebody, look, my reputation precedes me. Somebody just put this on my desk.
What? Can you give me a sample of what type of
Sure,
stats
I'll flip to a random page here and let's see.
Remember,
what's,
Sophie's here.
Okay, that's it for me, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.
Well, Sophie, when two people love each other very much,
this one is,
or one of them has cash and the other one's a little.
Most searched for gay terms.
Yes.
Here's.
Can you say any of them out loud?
Oh yeah, sure. Number 1 is hentai.
Again.
No, that's the cartoon porn.
Yeah.
Japanese. I think that's searched the most because people don't know what it is. Don't you think? They look it up going, I don't know what that is.
But if you search it just one time, then it wouldn't be searched the most, right? They have to be going back.
Boy, what is this? This is up 202%. This trending FTM.
Oh, is it foot to mouth by any chance?
What? Could it be?
I mean, it's not foot teller machine. I'm not going to
fetish something.
You were ready with that answer quick.
Okay, you know what? I do a lot of research.
Yeah, there's a lot here. I don't know what it means. Yeah, I don't know. In fact, I won't say it because what if I'm saying something that could get me canceled and I have no idea?
Oh, do you really want to know what FTM means?
Sure.
Female to male. It's a trans term.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
That makes
gotcha.
sense.
So it's gotcha.
So this is the PornHub is a website that has all kinds of different little video clips.
Oh, sure.
So people go on there, and there's a search bar, so you type in what you're interested in, and then it would...
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look
this
at
has,
you acting like you don't know what it is.
Well, I'm not sure about the technical structure of this. I mean, I understand what a porno is. I just don't know.
It's known as a tube, a porn tube.
What is?
PornHub. There are tube sites that...
like a YouTube, porn tube.
Yeah. United States top relative searches. This gives you the terms searched more often in each state when compared to all others.
Okay.
Christy, give me a state.
Alabama.
Oh boy, it doesn't list the states, it just has a map.
Maybe if you turn the page, it might list the states, actually.
Let's see. No, I know exactly which one it is.
Okay, look up
BBW is number one.
BBW.
In, Alabama.
Big, beautiful woman.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
So what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me Florida.
What's BFF?
Best friend forever?
Yeah.
So it's not a porno term. Sorry.
No.
Well,
it could be.
Maybe the last F is fanatic.
How about gay Japanese step MILFs?
That is at Washington, D.C.
Stepsister stuck in washing machine.
Time spent for
huge.
Alabama, Christy.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, is the longest time spent per visit.
And how long is it?
11 minutes, 22 seconds.
That's not very long.
The shortest, Ohio.
Hey!
They got a game to watch.
Yeah.
Round on the end.
And what the hell happened to the Buckeyes?
8 minutes, 44 seconds.
How'd they lose that game?
Need a new kicker.
Oh, man.
Boy, that was something.
Well, they should have been closer. Give the guy a break.
Should have been closer for the kicker.
Yeah.
How did I know you were going to take his side?
I'm just saying.
Maybe you should have thrown a touchdown. Then he would have kicked the extra point.
Okay. Well, in any event, we have the stats for the PornHub website for
Fascinating
2022.
Stuff, year in review, they call it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's somebody's job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've compiled everything here. And it gets, obviously, look, there will be a PornHub stadium at some point.
You
because
think?
what this analysis proves, I mean, it's got everything down by traffic by operating system.
Oh, my.
Traffic by web browser, traffic by game console. So they know, and there's money here. That's what this is for. This is essentially the annual report.
This is what they take to advertisers and go, hey,
exactly.
look at this.
Yeah.
So you think that some stadium somewhere will say it's okay and it'll be...
No. Eventually, yes. Yeah. I mean, look, they're making billions, so they could easily buy a stadium. It will eventually become that popular.
PornHub Studios?
I wouldn't be surprised. Exactly, Chick. I wouldn't be surprised if PornHub Studios like they already have sort of content creators that are making original programming. If they're eventually like another streaming where, hey, did you see Yellowstone? Oh yeah, it moved to PornHub. I got to watch season 7.
They changed it. It's now called Yellowbone. Costner hung like a donkey.
They got Costner to do it.
It's the same actors, makes it much better.
Really?
Damn, 3 episodes.
What's your number one search porn category, Sophie?
No comment.
No comment. So mutes.
See, your mom says leave her out of this. You said leave me alone, and then look, what does he do? I would never do that unless I thought of it.
I thought Josh just did this in his free time. I didn't know it was the official analysis.
Research. Yes, this was
okay, here we go.
I'm getting my doctorate.
Okay, I just looked this up. Here we go. PornHub year in review. Okay, the United States was the top driver of traffic to the site.
USA! USA!
No, and then, let's see, hang on a second. Followed by the UK, France, Japan, and Mexico. Do they have foreign language porno?
Yeah, of course.
If you go there, do they have like...
Oh, I don't know.
Is it closed captioned?
No, they just make another version.
Wait a minute.
A version of the same movie. They just talk English slower.
They don't really talk, do they? Is there dialogue?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I assume that do they have subtitles or do they overdub?
I would imagine that's a fetish. A lot of talk, like a.
And my question is,
Little League game.
My question is a simple
Come on,
one.
baby, hum it in there, baby.
If you go on PornHub, do they have a Spanish-speaking?
Right? Can you
section?
hit it like you can,
or is it subtitled? And
don't ask me.
I don't know either. I've never.
That'd be a
bothered.
Weird gig.
To have to translate all
To have
that?
to translate it and put it on the screen.
Well, do you really just want to learn how to say "give it to me" in Spanish that bad? It's not like they're saying that many words on there.
That's my point.
By the way, Chick, Dirty Talk, the #1 search in Illinois.
Huh. But would they put things like, in parentheses, put grunting?
Probably.
Or, heavy,
I'm sure.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen
spelled out.
On regular TV,
movies.
yeah.
It's like UNGHHHH or something. Yeah.
And I think we've all experienced.
Want to hear it again?
Or most of us have experienced this. Sometimes if you go to a comedy show, they will have an interpreter for those that are hearing impaired on stage.
Never seen that.
You haven't?
On the ship constantly.
I mean, we had one at on the comedy tours, but I've never seen it in the comedy.
I've never seen it ever, but
I have.
I've done shows with it and seen it.
Yeah.
do they know in advance that somebody is going to be hearing impaired, so they hire them just for that show?
Yeah, in fact, they have.
They have to.
Exactly.
You know what the wise ass MC will do?
Every
saying
time.
Dirty words just so the what do you call them? The American Sign Theater person will have to make the broom handle.
They invariably ask for the broom handle so they can both do it at the same time. Because that certainly is a classic.
Trick never gets old, does it?
No, it's old. That doesn't need to happen anymore.
Welcome back to the program.
By the way, Tom, what is or who is Major Tudy?
Tudy?
Remember, I was telling you this last week that I am a big fan of the 50 burger. In the NFL, when somebody scores 50 points on somebody, it's called the 50 burger.
It's embarrassing.
It's
Don't use that
amazing.
word.
And Tudy is
a touchdown.
A touchdown. That's exactly right.
And if you hear someone use those words, they don't need to be your friends anymore because they're jerks.
And
so there's a Major Tudy?
A Major Tudy. And remember I said that...
What's that, a touchdown worth 8 points?
The Redskins should have gone with the Hogs because that was kind of the nickname. Well, this past weekend when they were losing their playoff chances and losing to the Browns, well done, fellas, they unveiled their brand new mascot. And he is a pig. It's a hog, and they had the offensive linemen who were the Hogs at the game, and Coach Joe Gibbs was at the game.
Oh, wow.
And Major Tudy was unveiled, and there he is right there.
Oh, he looks fun.
He looks he's standing there with a...
He looks kind of like that PornHub one. It's very similar to Major Tudy, except...
Big nose.
They just changed one letter and added a big nipple.
Oh, gosh. I'm just glad they didn't go minor Tudy. I'm glad you go that way.
I thought you were saying Major Turdy.
Well,
oh, thank goodness.
Oh, the phone's ringing.
I didn't expect that this morning. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, good morning, kids. This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Izzy and Harriet. And this is some other news. Well, this reporter is thrilled to say goodbye to the festering turd of a year that was 2022.
Oh,
you know, this was the year I invested all my savings into cryptocurrency. Only to watch it fall faster than a billionaire Russian businessman out of a hotel window. I'm hoping for better things in 2023, and in that spirit, here are my New Year's resolutions. I will no longer judge my self-worth by my latest haircut. Also, I will stop asking my barber to give me the Mr. T. I will stop inviting my Saturday night hookers to join my family for our after-church Sunday brunch at Cracker Barrel. They keep beating my mother at the peg game.
Those hookers.
I will no longer get drunk at funerals and mistake the cremation urn for a urinal. I'm going to stop the following activity: shoplifting bras at Victoria's Secret just to feel more alive. In 2023, I will only eat my personal assistant's clearly labeled sandwich in the office fridge if my blood sugar gets really low. And if confronted, I won't blame it on the cleaning crew and then fire them all.
Oh, boy.
I will stop confusing Joey Behar with a sea cow. I like that one. I will no longer go to the zoo carrying a thermos filled with liquid turds to shoot back at the monkeys with my super soaker squirt gun.
Oh, man.
I vow to stop masturbating to women's pickleball on YouTube. I'm taking that one back right now. Okay, I will stop texting photos of my testicles to actress Julia Roberts. And finally, I will endeavor to live every single day as if it were Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Izzy and Eric. Good to be back, kids. And this has been Some Other News. Bye.
All right. I love Taco Tuesday.
I know you do.
What a great idea. Can't go wrong. Thank you very much. We have Christy Lee at the news desk, and we have Sophie Lee at the news desk.
Yes.
And that's interesting because we haven't started sports yet.
No, we haven't, but we will do this. A Michigan woman. Oh, hang on just a second. Stupid world record. A Michigan woman believes her 20-year-old pet chicken is the oldest chicken in the world.
Okay.
Now, if you heard what I said, and not many people do, but she thinks it's the oldest chicken in the world. So it's it could be a world record. That's where we are with these.
Yeah.
Marcy Darwin of Waterloo is gathering. Waterloo.
The chicken.
Grandma's here. Oh, it's Creaky Cher. Neat. Marcy Darwin of Waterloo is gathering evidence to get her chicken named Peanut recognized by Guinness. Darwin told the Sun-Times, "I'm hoping they'll give credence to my witnesses like my niece in her 30s who loved Peanut as a teen, among others."
So that means one of those.
As Sophie said earlier when she saw that story, she goes, "How do you date a chicken? Not take it
first
out."
of all, you get some duct tape, and then you get a drug.
But Josh has the angle on dating a chicken.
Sure. Sophie, I wonder if you can answer this. When a man makes love to a chicken, do you think he moves or does he just move the chicken?
That's brutal. Here we go, Josh. If he stops at a certain point and he puts his hand up, does the chicken just stay there?
Oh, my God, you guys.
I don't know.
You can always just choke it.
I just wondered if he has a birth certificate. Do you, note when chickens are born? Do you,
Oh, it's a big deal.
log it
How
in
can
a
they? Yeah, the
book,
thing is,
or-
how do they prove that it's the same chicken?
That's the other question. Don't they all kind of look alike?
They have ID.
Oh, a chickenist.
I cry foul.
You can't tell me that those big chicken farms, the guy in big rubber boots hasn't stepped on a chick. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, you know what's happened. Yeah.
Could we get back to the world's oldest chicken?
Welcome back, everybody. According to the Sun-Times, a hen named Matilda is in the Guinness World Records book as the world's oldest living chicken at age 16. That's a tough year.
And how old does she say her chicken is?
20.
Oh.
Holy cow.
She says it is. There's no way.
I heard she got her beak done.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get rid of the little Botox.
Yeah, man.
It's a beak job. You ever had a beak job, Chuck?
You ever been that desperate?
Oh, boy.
That was a great one.
Little pecker-to-pecker action?
I'm just glad she hasn't touched her breasts, okay?
Hey. She doesn't look a day over easy.
Delicious.
I think I had some. I've had some 18-year-old chicken at a truck stop once. Boy, oh boy!
Driest bucket of KFC ever. See the moisture content of
Sure.
Penguins is practically chicken.
Practically.
Wow.
I watched the very first Foghorn Leghorn over the break.
Did you?
Laughed and laughed.
Oh, man, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
You know, he was Foghorn Leghorn. Did you know that, Sophie?
No. Once you're Foghorn Leghorn, you're always Foghorn Leghorn. I am.
So
it's like being. You still address him like you would the president. You know, if Mr. Obama walks in or Mr. Trump, it's still Mr. President.
But I was a chicken, so you call me Colonel.
So this lady has not. They have not declared her chicken the oldest chicken.
No.
But they have declared her Michigan's biggest nut job.
She doesn't have anything to back it up other than a story from her niece.
I think. Yeah. Boy.
I'll tell you what, though. Remember when we had the story about the world's oldest dog, I had more than one person email me that their dog was older than that. And a friend of mine.
You had the serious.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. Now hold it.
Someone that both.
We had a story about the world's oldest.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dean and I both know this one guy
Yeah.
who said he has photographs of his dog and the whole deal that was older than that, but he didn't want to release it to the press because he was afraid the dog might die.
What? You gotta be me. Really?
Well, then it's no longer a viable story because they're
both
dead.
Oh,
So
we were all laughing so much at Josh's great joke.
Oh.
Then Tommy Too Far to step in.
Yeah.
I like that, Tommy.
Really, this is my way of bringing the show back down. So we can come
Hills
back and
and
discuss.
valleys, Willie. Hills
We can
and
discuss.
You
Michael.
don't want a roller coaster that goes just up.
No fun. That's what they say in all the great books about comedy. Don't end strong. End kind of sad, kind of
Bring
weird.
them back down.
When we, Nitzwater read that book.
Best part about these movies,
We have to.
you need a good villain, Willie.
Our winners, week 15, it's Michael Sheets, and week 16 was David Jans from Tomahawk, Wisconsin.
David Jan.
David Jans.
The Fugitive.
Maybe we should try to get these guys on the horn. They were our big winners of the beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max.
On the blower?
Playing the pigskin preview. Speaking of the blower, we have blower in the news.
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
No, what's her name?
We have a world record involving, those things you blow at New Year's Eve? The
party favor?
The things that squirt out.
That's a party favor. Your date squirts so much unfurled, yeah.
They don't squirt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Big finish, and now you're blowing.
Okay, that's coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
I was born in a small town and live in a small town. Papa died in a small town. Oh, the small communities. And all my friends, it's a small town. My parents live in the same small town. My job is a small town. Provides a little opportunity. Educated in a small town. Taught to fear Jesus in a small town. Used to daydream in that small town. Another woman romantic. That's me. I seen it out in this small town. Had myself a bow in this small town. Married an LA doll and brought her to this small town. That small town is like me. No, I cannot forget from where it is that I come from. And I forget to people who love me. I can be myself here in a small town. People let me be, that's what I want to be. Got nothing against a big town. Man, it's still hazy enough to say, look who's in the big town. But my bed is in a small town. Oh, that's good enough for me. I was born in a small town. And I can breathe in a small town. Probably die in a small town. Oh, that's probably where the bear remains.
ever happened to you?
Scalpel, clamp, knife.
Ow! Hey! What the? Ah!
Waking up during an operation can be both traumatic and painful. Did you know that you have a choice when it comes to choosing an anesthesia?
What?
Introducing Ed Padural's Anesthesia City! Anesthesia City!
Hey, Eddie Padural here. When you need to get gooned on the goopy juice, it really helps to shop around. And there's no better time than now, as we're getting giddy at Anesthesia City. It's our once-a-year Malaise Days.
Malaise Days!
Bring in your Zoo Book coupon, and we'll knock off an additional 50% on scratch and dent ethers, pentathols, and nitrous.
Anesthesia City!
And oh yeah, free balloons for the kids. Hey, if they're real young, make sure they don't suck on any of that balloon air, if you know what I'm saying.
Anesthesia City! Open every day, 10 until 10. 9.
I'm Ed Padural saying, so, what's it going to take for me to put you in a coma today?
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to
It's not on the sheet here. Just read the damn thing.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Sophie.
Hello.
Lee, I guess. There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee.
I like this, whatever it is. More of it.
This is good.
Very nice.
Who is it?
He doesn't know.
Our band.
Our band. They're doing good work.
Thank you very much. You know who we haven't heard from today? The man with the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was just cruising over there.
Hey, you haven't sang a song all year. Damn.
Felt good.
You got to ease your way back, like into a hot tub.
Lazy Tuesday morning.
Coming up, we're going to talk with Kostaki Economopoulos. A lot of shows still coming up. I'll remind you that Pat Godwin is going to be at a place in Waterford, Michigan, known as One Night Stands.
Yes.
S-T-A-N. Stan is a guy.
Hilarious.
One Night Stands in
Waterford.
Coming up,
they make it nice, Crystal.
coming up January 13th and 14th. So that's just around the corner.
Now, see, now
With Willie Griswold.
Put the phrase in that, the story goes.
The story goes that Friday and Saturday, January 13th.
It sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
So stop doing that.
It's almost like a folktale or a legend.
The story goes that Pat Godwin taught himself how to play guitar. I don't
The
know.
old timers sing.
It's Willie G and Patty G. Yeah. That'll be cool. Then, let's see, Pat, you'll be at the Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio, Friday, January 27th and Saturday, January 28th, among other things. Josh is going to be at the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Saturday, January 21st, with Greg Hahn and Dave Dyer.
Is that right?
Yeah, are you aware of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
See, now, when you say something like, is that right? It sounds like you're not aware of it.
Yeah, much like when I go, well, the story goes. They're going to be doing the show. Okay.
Hey, Josh, can you do me a favor? When you're up in Green Bay, can you please bring me back a few cases of Spotted Cow beer? I just ran out. This is just a serious favor. Should have asked you off.
You just got them like a couple days ago.
I couldn't fly with them back. I didn't get a drive back. So if you could do that, that'd be nice.
Okay.
Drank him at the airport.
Right. Spotted Cow.
Sounds good. Now, those are just some of the shows that are coming up. Also, Greg Warren is going to be spending some time this month in Toledo, Ohio at the Funny Bone.
All right.
January 20th through the 22nd. So we'll give you some of the other stuff coming up a bit later on. It is now time to finally hear from Mr. Godwin. Do you have a song for us, Pat?
Let's do a tribute to Chick. He went 11-3.
All right.
against the spread. I mean, we got to pay.
Robust 44 and 38 on the season. So
Very nice.
Nice.
Pay our respects, right?
That's right.
I look forward to the day, the shoeing of the week. Oh, Chick is the man, was a Washington fan. He works for Bob and Tom on the radio. Don't you know? He didn't get out of town. Plane's still on the ground. Little DoorDash, football on TV. Oh, I'm master at picking the games for you and me. Against the spread, Chick is betting against the spread. He went 11-3, betting against the spread. Chick's back against the spread. He's not retired.
No.
Against the spread. I didn't get fired. Come on. Against the spread. Josh is back too. Oh. Against the spread. Balls are not blue. Come on. No, they're not. Against the spread. Talk about the bedspread for Josh. Against the spread.
Thank you very
There you
much.
go, Chick. 11-3. Congratulations.
Thank you, Pat.
And speaking of picking the games, week 15 in the NFL, we were gone, but Michael Sheets was paying attention. He got 15 out of 16, won the tiebreaker, and he won himself the beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max. And then week 16, from Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Have we found out if their team is the Fighting Tomahawks?
I don't know that anybody bothered to research it.
I'll look it up.
What is it? Tomahawk, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Not only is it not that interesting, it's also sort of a minefield.
He lives in a city at least temporarily known as Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and his name is David Jans.
The Fugitive.
Do you get that reference, Sophie?
There's no reason you should.
30 years before you were born, there was a great TV show called The Fugitive. Oh, one of the greats of all time.
40 or 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years ago. Yeah.
Way more than 30.
Did people watch this, or is this one of the things that only my dad watched?
No, it was a big.
It was big.
It was one of the most successful shows of its time. And it was one of the few shows that actually ended with a finale that ended the storyline. It was about, and then it was made into a great movie with Tommy Lee Jones and
See,
Harrison
I was going to
Ford.
say, I know the Harrison Ford movie, but...
Yeah, but it of course was known as
The Fugitive. A QM production starring David Jansen as The Fugitive.
Now, see, since it starred David Jansen, and our winner from Tomahawk, Wisconsin, was David Jans, and his friends all call him the Fugitive. I don't know if you knew that.
And the Tomahawk team are the Hatchets.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
I'm looking at their Hatchet Hoops page right now.
Cool.
Hatchet Hoops.
Maybe we can get David to send us their logo. In any event, he got 15 of 16 correct in week 16. Won himself the beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max. Congratulations.
That is cool.
Evidently, I got to send Tom Griswold a picture of a hatchet. I don't know what
That is they're two hatchets. They cross, I think. That's what they're little.
All right. Well, that's kind of fun. Congratulations. And then we will have a winner, although that has been kind of this week's winner is going to be a little bit confusing. We have to kind of put it on hold until the NFL decides what to do with the postponed game from last evening. Mm-hmm. And once again, just to give you some correct information and not speculate, the latest that we have is, Chick?
The defensive back for the Buffalo Bills, Damar Hamlin, he's still in the hospital. He's in critical condition. He has a medically induced coma, and they're keeping an eye on him.
Apparently had a heart attack on the field.
Had a heart attack on the field. His heart was restarted on the field, and they took him to University of Cincinnati Medical Center after at like 9 o'clock last night's when it happened.
And
Eastern time.
All of these teams at these games on the sideline have a number of physicians, including there will be a cardiologist right there on the field at all times.
And the AEDs are everywhere, all that sort of stuff.
And so he is in good hands. We certainly wish him the best. And a lot of speculation out there, which we are not participating in. So we'll let the story evolve as the facts come out.
I say you put the two coaches together, a feat of strength.
Oh, how about that?
To decide
arm
who
wrestling.
loves-
They can arm wrestle.
No, just lift dead weights.
Okay.
All right. Okay. This is all very helpful. We'll find out more about what's going on in the world of the NFL, the lighter side, if you will, with Kostaki Economopoulos just around the corner. We do have another world record in sports.
Yes, we do.
Some amazing stuff happened also in the NBA last night. That's all coming up. Christy, do you want to give me a teaser of something in the world of news?
Sure. We have a ban on sex dolls. We'll tell you where that's happening. And if you have a low sex drive, you could die young. And explosives in a rectum. We'll talk about that.
Oh, boy. Explosives in a rectum?
Yes.
I saw them open for the Doobie Brothers.
Notice I didn't give those stories to Sophie. I gave her all the animal stories today.
Okay, well, when we come back, we'll find out what the hell's going on. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom
King Shark. When Charles was a young prince, he never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Shark. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Bucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Chuck, Chuck. Prince Andrew had his orgies. Chuck, Chuck. He's wild, that brother Andy. King Chuck, Chuck. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved from good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies. King Chuck, Chuck. And dressing up for ceremonies. King Chuck, Chuck. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. King Chuck, Chuck. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule, cause he's got the family jewels. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. King but all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. King Chuck. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck. Said he'd like to be her tampon. Born in the royal palace, has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long, we'll have to write another song. King Will.
Hey there, Bob and Tom Show family. Become a VIP member today. Go to bobandtom.com/VIP. You'll be able to watch the live stream of the morning show at your convenience anytime you want. That's right. No commercials. You get to see what the gang is doing during a commercial break. Usually Tom doing something weird or chick eye-rolling Tom. Plus, you're going to be able to download podcasts, our catalog, other audio bits without commercials. You can watch the show on your big TV at home if you have Apple TV or Roku. VIP members, oh, look at that. You can watch us in your living room or in bed. Don't be weird. Become a VIP today.
a solid-fueled rocket Friday, triggering dozens of reports of UFOs. South Korea's defense ministry says the rocket launch was not publicized because it involved sensitive military security issues. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You can go to, and you can have some of your favorite celebrities, whether they be D, C, B, or A, give a personalized message. Cool.
This is one that Smokey Robinson did last year.
Hey, Margot. Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me. I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared, and they wanted me to wish you Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but Happy Chinooka. God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chinooka. Have a wonderful time.
Now, obviously,
editor's note: what Smokey meant was Hanukkah.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
She's the love of your life, and you want to make her feel special on Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, if you're looking for a romantic gift this Valentine's Day, then Frigamall Florist has the gift for you. It's our I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. Yes, for just $59.95, you can send her the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. The I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet proclaims your lust for her in the most romantic way possible. The bouquet of lovely fresh flowers says, let's do it, and my loins ache. Your wedding vows didn't include a vow of chastity, but you're not going to see any action unless you act now. So pick up the phone.
Top, the sharp-dressed men.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
There's Christy's daughter, Sophie.
Good morning.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold. Now, Christy, did you happen to see, I'm sure this was your favorite college bowl game while we were gone, the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl?
I did not watch a single minute of that.
You know how they dump Gatorade on the winning coach? They dump a bucket of Gatorade full of mayonnaise on the winning coach.
Looked like a gay porn.
Sent me that on Twitter. I hate all of you. Don't do that.
And they had this couple. They won something. I don't know. It was one of those on-the-field contests during timeouts or whatever. And they had the mascot from Duke's Mayonnaise, and it's just a poor guy in a big mayonnaise jar, kind of trying to dance around. And some guy told me, I bet his name's Tubby. See? Tubby. A tub of mayonnaise. And then they had people in the crowd eating 32 ounces of mayonnaise with a spoon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Has there been a thing where they have a series of chairs and there's a mascot sitting in each one, and they go to the mayonnaise man? Hi, I'm Mayo, the mayonnaise mascot, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Mayo.
There's a Coors Light commercial for.
I believe there's a clinic for him.
There is.
The mascots, after a especially tough game, they go, and one mascot comes in and sits down and starts drinking a Coors Light, and the other mascot is at the door for the other team, obviously, and they share a beer.
Isn't that nice?
So I'm sorry, Josh, there's a clinic?
That's right, for the Mayo.
For the mayonnaise mascot. What's it called?
The Mayo Clinic. You Jesus.
Everyone got it.
No, but I think.
But I started talking because I didn't care for it.
I think Chick did not let the joke. The joke landed, and the joke it stuck. But then before we had a chance to enjoy the frivolity,
Josh, I wish you would have just gone to the Cleveland Clinic. I wish you would have gone the other way.
I think Chick gave it the credence it deserved.
Oh, well.
Have you ever accidentally taken a plane? Where's the Mayo Clinic's in
Rochester, Minnesota?
Rochester. There, if you want to see the hottest women and the oldest men in the world, it's on this plane.
Is that right?
Yeah. Weren't you and I on a plane from Indy to Rochester?
Seems
or
like
whatever?
we were.
And everybody, a lot of oxygen.
A lot of oxygen, a lot of hot women, a lot of old guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You're flying Griswold.
Hey, I've got some mail.
I'm in first class.
All right, welcome to, there's no, it's all first class here at Griswold Air.
We have not gone through the overnights yet, shall we?
Sure.
This comes to us from Jim. Jim, well, I better not say his last name.
No.
Sounds like a porno name.
Is that your Christopher Lloyd? Jim.
He said, Willie and Greg
Marty
tore it up for New Year's Eve. That's Willie G and Greg Hahn. My abs still hurt. What a great way to bring in the new year. Well, thank you, Jim. That's very nice.
We had so much fun. Thank you guys for coming out. It was a blast.
Let's see. Here we go. This is from Colin. Had the pleasure of seeing Josh Arnold and Willie G in Lexington over the Christmas break. And we had a great time. Love to hear the full version of Josh's song, Too Full to a true holiday classic.
Well, thank you.
Did you sing that a cappella?
I sang it with backing instruments.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Colin and Brittany from Shepherdsville, just south of Louisville.
You do you do a song now in your set.
I did it that very special weekend.
Is that right?
That's right.
You have a track and
I
everything.
would
Nice.
like to hear it.
And we have answered my question. About again about were we being conned? I got on a plane with a couple of my children to fly back. And we were on the tarmac with a fully loaded plane, and they announced that we were still at the gate. They announced that the lavatory in the front of the plane was not working.
I was working late in the lavatory.
The essence of the story was that we were back in, with the people as opposed to those in first class.
The
But
riffraff.
The first class bathroom wasn't working.
Hoi polloi.
We had to deplane and go to a different aircraft. I'm glad they had one available, and I'm not complaining. But I was wondering if that was really the issue, that they couldn't legally take off with one non-functioning toilet, or if they were just saying that, if it was something more serious, they didn't want to panic everybody. Who knows? This guy goes, I'm an airline pilot for a major airline. To answer your question, commercial aircraft, depending on the size, can have anywhere from 1 to upward of 15 lavatories on board. If the aircraft you run had 2 working lavatories, everyone was boarded, and one of the lavatories stopped working, maintenance would have to defer it. This seems an easy fix, but one working lavatory on board is guaranteed to cause Murphy's Law. It would be a very bad PR to take off on a long flight with only one working lavatory if the other got clogged en route.
Oh, man. Yeah, exactly.
So it depends on the length of the flight. And it was only a 2.5-hour flight.
Well, I think the big reason is, too, you can't piss in those little liquor bottles on the airplane.
They don't let you do that anymore?
They get mad.
Wow, it's really hard. That's good aim, boy.
Really tiny.
And by the way, Chick, let me tell you this. I learned the hard way. Those puke bags, only for puke. Can't put any other things in there.
Well, you can, but...
They won't hold it.
You can't then put it back in that flap in the seat. I mean, I don't know. It just seems to me that if Uncle Clarence up front can't, hold back that deuce for the 2-hour flight, I don't feel too bad for him.
What? Tom, I'm surprised you're taking this
I am
side.
too, because I go to the bathroom every break guy.
Of all the people in this room, who crap their pants the most?
I have
you.
He's not wrong on that.
Yes, that's certainly true. But I don't think I have ever, and I have flown a lot, I don't think I have ever had to do a major transaction on board an aircraft.
Would you get rid of your underwear on the plane? Would you put the jet in jettison?
If I had an accident, I would definitely
but you've flown overseas. You've never had to go to the bath. You never had to do that.
I can time it out and
All right.
eat certain ways.
Yeah, my body kind of... Do you find that this happens with you? Your body just sort of...
Shuts down?
Yeah.
But when you travel?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So apparently in this large aircraft, which was completely full, that they didn't take off because of the toilet.
All right.
I don't know. So I thought they were pulling our leg. I thought it was just so that we wouldn't panic, but perhaps that is indeed the case. But if the plane had taken off, those of us that weren't in first class, I don't think we're allowed to go up front to...
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Well, they had the beads hanging down like a hippie movie.
What?
Beads? You don't have
Were
beads.
you on Soul Plane? I don't think...
I don't think that
beads.
It was me, Kevin Hart. Who else was there? Jeez.
They had some kind of a curtain there.
Yeah, but they're not beads.
Well, I have a vague memory of what was going on. I was trying to attend to my 6-year-old daughter. Okay.
Did they like flying, the little girls?
As I said earlier, in today's world, because of the devices that we have, that they can watch movies and stuff, it's so much easier than it used to be.
Not what I asked you. Did they enjoy flying?
Yeah, that's fun. I think so.
You think so?
They don't panic. They
don't
good,
cry.
They're good flyers.
They don't.
That might be a good bit. The pontificator. You ask him a question. Well, of course, in these day and age.
A bit. That's my life.
He never answers a question with a real answer.
Even though we all know the real answer,
right.
He still doesn't answer.
Okay, well, I'm still a huge fan of the airlines, and I know they had a real tough time. But sometimes Mother Nature has its own plan.
Well, that and some of the equipment, that the technology that's being used is very antiquated. And I had a friend of mine who's in the business say,
"Oh boy,
sometimes there we go.
Here we go.
When you have an older system and you keep building on it and building on it and building on it." And you don't update it like in the new world.
So are you talking about the first aircraft I was on that was a biplane with a jet engine on it?
Well,
by the way, I wonder if there's some really cool engineer out there just for the hell of it, put together a jet biplane.
There was.
That would be so great.
By the way, have you seen the new Geico commercial with Orville and Wilbur flying in the plane? And I forget which one takes the armrest. Why should I get the armrest?
Well, that's great.
And then the other one whips down a tray on the other side. These are for snacks. And he starts eating peanuts in front of him. It's pretty funny.
Now, when we come back, we're going to get that second world record squeezed in, and we're going to talk with...
we have sports. We have...
Kostaki Economopoulos. We'll find out what's going on with Kostaki. I do know that he has some gigs coming up. We'll talk about where he's going to be as he does a little Midwestern swing coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid.
I tell you, I am single now. This came up. We'll talk about it more later.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to be able to stop me. It's come out. But I tell you this much right now. I am trying to talk to girls. Yeah? And I'm young. I can talk to young girls. You ever looked at a young girl? They're great. They're great.
Yeah. Sure.
You ever talk to one? It's like torture. It's like having a conversation with a baby, except babies don't have dumb ideas yet. It's like if my nephew all of a sudden was misinformed about politics and had dumb dog stories. It'd be like I was on a date with him. They don't even know what to say, but I'll get to the naked picture in a second. I was talking to a girl. We were at a place that has pool tables. I go, hey, do you play pool? And she goes, I had sex on a pool table once.
Oh, wow.
That's a weird way to say you don't play pool. I don't even know how to respond. Was it a league? What is that? How do I go to that? What? I'm glad I didn't ask if she played ping pong.
Yeah.
But that pictures thing.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you send naked pictures
with these young chicks. They'll send naked pictures.
Yeah.
You can do it. You don't even have to. I was just texting back and forth with a girl, and she's like, hey, I like you or whatever. Do you want to see some good pictures? Hey, yeah, semicolon, close parenthesis, I do. And then she sends a few of them, and I'm like, hey, these are hot.
Yeah.
And then she's got short hair in one and long hair in the other. They just keep them on file like W-2s. From now on, send me your boobs and today's newspaper.
Yeah,
I want to feel
see 'em
special.
with today's headlines. Yeah.
You want to know that they're fresh.
Let's get back to the chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
She is
my mistake.
So traumatized right now. She's not come out of her little house in
No doubt.
the whole day.
Chinchilla.
Oh,
well, that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's true. Her ears are as big as frisbees.
They are very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
they're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to they're nocturnal, so they
must be a lot of listening going on.
They do a lot of listening at night.
Size of those
because
ears.
they can't see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, Duh. I'm a chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I
wonder what it's made of.
That's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will. I'll come if you call me. This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
And then I was going to talk about washers and dryers, how the new washers and dryers are going to email us and text us when a load is done or a lint filter needs to be changed.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good idea, too.
I don't know. Like we don't get enough emails from people. Now I got to talk to my appliances.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I need. I'm out to dinner. Oh, who keeps texting you? Oh, yeah, my dishwasher's pissed off at me. The fridge thinks its door is open. The cable box is on. The whole house is angry. I got to get out of here. Enjoy your dinner.
That's great. Is that true, though, about the texting appliances, or is that a premise?
Guaranteed.
No, that's absolutely. I read about that, and I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to get this on the Tonight Show before everybody else starts doing jokes about washers and dryers. And of course, I forget it, and I sit down and Jay goes, "You'll do it next time. Don't worry about it."
That's a great joke, though. That's so.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Sophie, her daughter, also at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Since this is radio, if you're not watching on the TV, you can't see that Ace Cosby is doing kind of a beard thing. And everyone seems to think it looks great except for me. I just don't care for it. I'm sorry.
Well, we all know your vote's
another clean-shaven guy. It's Kostaki Economopoulos. Hey, I've got an idea for you, Kostaki. Why don't you grow one of those like Greek Orthodox priest beards? Unless you like one of the ZZ Top guys, that'd be
That's right.
That'd make you a unique. I don't think anybody's done it. Of course, it might take you a couple years, huh?
Yes, it might. You'll probably also enjoy the my first artwork in my new apartment.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's the thing I had made for you. It's my picture and your picture. Isn't that sweet?
Cool.
Where'd you find a picture of Kostaki with no eyebrows? That's weird.
It's artistic expression.
Really?
Isn't that nice, Kostaki? Thank you for putting it up. I appreciate it.
It's so nice.
He looks like
a genuine gut laugh.
He looks like an extra in Blade Runner. One of the replicants that didn't go right.
He's not smiling in that picture. I bet I can guess what year it was taken.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Now, Kostaki, before we get to anything, I want to mention that you're going to be at the Eagles Lodge in Lafayette, Indiana, coming up this Friday. And then
yes, sir.
You're going to be in Terre Haute with Jeff Oskey coming up on Saturday. at a place called the Zora Shrine. Then you've got coming up in February, you'll be in Illinois. You're going to be in Shelby. You got all kinds of stuff coming up, including some gigs in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, you're playing the Zora Shrine? I would have thought you would have played the Zorba Shrine.
Oh, Zorba the Greek?
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of anticipating a Zorro joke, but yours is much better. It's a shame that the rest of the folks didn't feel the same way.
Well, it's admittedly, that joke was for 2.5 people.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Before we get to your segment, Kostaki, there is some very serious news out of the NFL. Chick, would you mind reviewing that one more?
Yeah, Buffalo Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin continues to be in critical condition this morning at UC Medical Center in Cincinnati. The Bills say he suffered a cardiac arrest incident on the field last night following a tackle of Bengals T. Higgins, leading to the indefinite postponement of Buffalo's game at Cincinnati last night. The Bills say in a statement that Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in the game last night against Cincinnati. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to UC Medical Center. All his vitals have returned back to normal. That's the last official report we have from the hospital.
And once again, in the Associated Press, it did describe the particular play as appearing to be quite routine, and, quote, it did not appear unusually violent. So we'll have to see what happens, and there's a lot of speculation out there, but let's wait and get the actual facts, and we certainly wish Damar and everyone in his family the best. Mm-hmm. It'll be very interesting to see what they decide to do about getting replacing that game. If you watch the pregame, one of the cool things is that those two quarterbacks are really good friends and actually work out together in the offseason. So,
I totally missed that. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're really good buddies.
Yeah.
And the future of the NFL, probably. But on a lighter note, Kostaki puts together a very special program, and we're pleased to broadcast it, where you take some of the lighter sides of things happening in the NFL. And how do people participate in this, Kostaki?
Well, one easy way is to follow at All Pro Lines on your favorite social media platform. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you like. I'm even on TikTok now.
Now, do you do that in English or Chinese when you do the TikTok?
Right.
I do. I have committed so far to English, yes.
Okay.
And we'll have to see if I still follow you on Twitter this week after the Kostaki files come out.
Oh, yes.
I'm what?
Eagerly awaiting.
Elon's, going to release the Kostaki files.
We know what you've been up to behind the scenes.
I see. Yeah.
Okay. No. And by the way,
the truth.
Chick McGee had an excellent vacation. He didn't get to go on vacation, so he did some homework, and he killed it in the world of the shoe-in of the week. 11-3.
11-3 for the 2 weeks. Yeah, it's just all free information here. Just come pick up some money.
Against the spread? That's awesome.
Against the spread.
He's handing out money over there.
Absolutely, yeah. 44 and 30.
Done, sir.
44 and 38 on the season. I don't charge anything.
That's great.
Yeah. You get money.
That's a service. That's a great service you provide, Chick.
Darn right.
Did you have a good vacation, Kostaki?
I did. I was home for the Christmas, and then I went to one of the great clubs in Minneapolis this week and just loved it. We had sold out shows all weekend. It was just a pleasure.
Oh, it was New Year's.
And I was teasing the Vikings fans there. There's never been a team this good with a fan base so hesitant to embrace them. The Vikings fans are like an abused animal. This season's like a big juicy steak, and the fans are like, I don't know. This is going to end to me being beaten, right? I don't know. It's gonna end well. They're very hesitant. It's hilarious. And you know what? This weekend proved them right. On New Year's Eve, the ball dropped. And on New Year's Day, the Vikings dropped the ball. It was ugly. They're 12-4, but on the season, this is an astounding stat. This must be the most interesting stat of the year. The Vikings are 12-4, but they have been outscored by their opponents by 19 points on the season. That's amazing.
Wow.
Usually to keep winning like that, despite kind of losing overall, you got to be a congressman in a gerrymandered district.
Gerrymandering joke. All right.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those.
No.
Now we know why.
Isn't it technically gerrymandering? Isn't that the...
We talked about that before.
I don't know.
And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the guy's last name. I thought it was Jerry. It's not Jerry. It's Gary.
I think I saw somewhere that it really was Gary, but it's now accepted.
But yeah, everybody
Sorry,
says
too boring. Sorry to bring it up.
I think it was gerrymandering, but they changed it to gerrymandering just to fit their needs. That's a gerrymandering joke.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's all about being selfish.
It's a what joke?
That's right. That's right. The Vikings look great, but they're hollow inside. They're like a chocolate Santa, or a Kardashian. You know what I mean? It's a little. They're huge front runners, but they seem like they're definitely going to lose when it counts. Who's the coach? Hillary Clinton? Is that what's happening?
Still bitter, huh?
The NFL
Can't stand it, can you?
Well, it's the NFL will have 2 Saturday games, 3 if you count the Colts, who are coached by a Saturday, who will have lost by Friday. Am I right, Willie? Does that seem fair?
You know what, man? I'm gonna just plead the fifth on this one.
Does that seem fair? No, don't you think that sort of thing's hilarious?
Go Colts, baby.
Funny
Go Colts.
stuff, right?
They say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. The Colts have 3. What is it? Are they -1 in quarterbacks? Is that how the math works?
Wow.
So the last 3 years, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, 3 years in a row, the Colts figured out the 23rd best quarterback in the world and went out and got that guy. I got 2 words for you, Colts fans. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
At this point, going to Indy to play quarterback is like being the girl in the horror movie who goes to check something in the basement. Like, no, don't go down there. For the love of God.
The drummer in Spinal Tap.
It's been rough. Broncos say they're going to be aggressive in their head coach hire. They were aggressive last year in getting a quarterback. I don't think they should be less aggressive and more careful. For the love of God. Be aggressive. They're consulting with Condoleezza Rice. Let me guess, she recommends a tax cut for Russell Wilson to stimulate the offense. Is that probably what she wants to do.
Nice.
Nathaniel Hackett becomes just the 5th coach in NFL history to be fired before the end of his first season. Tough draw for a guy fired so quickly when your last name is literally can do the job, right? Hackett.
Yeah.
His name's Hackett. Got fired.
Yeah. Couldn't hack it.
If the Broncos get any worse, they should just turn the stadium into a giant dispensary. Call it the Smoke-a Bowl. Just sell a bunch of hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a Smoke-a Bowl with all these bowl games.
There may be.
I bet someone.
There should be a Smoke-a Bowl.
Absolutely.
You're right.
You take 2 teams that are sub 500.
And get Doritos to sponsor them. It'd be great.
Sure.
You have Snoop Dogg do color commentary.
Sure.
This is a great idea.
Love it. It's art. We just did it. We just built the whole package. Down in Atlanta, the boys in red and black pulled out a fantastic 1-point win at the Benz. Professional football at its finest. In other news, on Sunday, the Falcons played the Benz and barely won somehow. You hear the Bulldogs are in the national championship game again?
Yes, they are. What a game.
It's here. I actually want your input on this. I have 3 friends who bought tickets to L.A. as soon as the game happened on New Year's. So they're coming. They're good. They're figuring out tickets and everything. And I'm trying to decide if I should go to the game.
Yes.
The answer is complicated because tickets aren't like, it's a couple $100. They're like $900 for a football game. I like football, but you know what I mean?
It's your alma mater, right?
I don't know, Kostaki.
You know how Chick feels about this.
I think
you're a fan.
I think you're sitting in the best seat of the house right there, man.
Right.
I'm actually considering I'm pulling a college move of going to the tailgating.
Sure.
And then not the game. Is that acceptable behavior?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a lot of fun.
Just get drunk and pass out at home and wake up at the 3rd quarter. I don't understand.
That also has its benefits.
You don't have to stand in line for the pisser. I mean, come on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, do you enjoy? Don't you enjoy being at the actual stadium? And
I do. I have to say, I do. I'm about a once a year live football game guy. It takes a lot of doing to do it. This year I've actually been twice, and this would be my 3rd one. And it is a bit of it's certainly set up to be a coronation. They're 13-point favorites. I mean, it should be a Bulldogs win. But you never know. That's why they play the game, right?
Well, they play TCU, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
TCU looked pretty damn good the other night. So
they did.
They did.
Yeah. Do you hear that? Because TCU was lucky, scoring, what was it, 60 points?
Yeah.
Barely.
And they were,
got some calls.
7.5 point underdog.
There were 2 pick sixes.
You're right.
I'm just bitter, that's all. You should go, Kostaki. It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Are these guys that are coming, are they actual friends of yours?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
It sounds to me like Tom is willing to pay for your price of admission.
You know, Kostaki, I am.
Oh my God!
You go, but then you have to do a report on the game. It'll be your assignment.
Report. I'm going to be sleepy. You know, I talk to you guys on Tuesday mornings.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we can do a special edition.
Monday night.
How about that? Are these guys that are coming? Are these genuine friends of yours?
Oh yeah, they're good buddies.
Are they going to stay at your house?
Yeah.
Oh well, then you should have them at least pay for half the ticket.
Yeah. Well, they're paying for the flights too. You know, they're.
Well, you're not flying anywhere. They're putting their asses down at your house.
I'm buying the beer. That's all good. These are all good points. Okay. Yeah, I think I feel like it's the kind of thing where if I'm not pressed to go, then a cheap ticket might fall in my lap. You know what I mean? Like sometimes.
No, I will honestly. I will buy you a ticket, Kostaki.
Okay. Well,
you wait till the game starts and then buy a scalp ticket on the street.
Yeah, just walking up holding a one in the parking lot like you're going to a Grateful Dead show.
Right.
Need a miracle.
I think that's over. Is that over as a thing? You
yes.
Can't do that anymore.
That's not over.
It isn't?
Is it?
Every big game I've been to, I don't see anybody scalping tickets. How can they do it?
Well, you could do it on the phone.
Don't they normally say, hey, I'm looking for a ticket, and that means they've actually...
No, but I mean, it's all electronic now. The tickets are on your phone.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, you could wait till the game starts and check your phone and see if there's a ticket available. Same thing.
Just buy a real ticket, Kostaki. This will
or
be...
you could just stay at home and watch the game on your TV.
Yeah, pocket the 900, Tom's going to say.
Yeah.
Kostaki, I have a question, though. Can you sit with your buddies, though?
Well, they haven't bought a ticket yet either, so we're just discussing it now.
Okay, I'm in for you only. I'm not buying tickets for these two losers.
I understand.
Unless they want to call in.
That's very generous, Tom. You're a very kind man.
Okay, well, and then Josh would like some naked pictures of their sisters.
Don't you think he just played you like a fiddle?
No.
He
didn't bring that up, so you'd buy his ticket.
Mm-hmm. That was an assist for Josh there. Josh, I owe you $500.
Nah, you're good, man. Enjoy yourself.
Hey, Kostaki, have you cooked any of those Omaha steaks yet?
I have eaten some burgers and some tarts and some potatoes. I haven't had a chance to get to the steaks. I'm kind of saving those for a special occasion.
Hey, Pat, you ever eaten the tart?
Why don't you make those Omaha steaks for your buddies?
See, now you're talking. Yeah. We got to, we got a lot to figure out because I'm going to literally fly home Sunday from the road and they're flying in Sunday. So I'm kind of hustling around to get some things ready before I leave town because we're all going to kind of arrive back at the same time. So, but yeah, I love that idea.
How far away is the stadium from where you live?
It's close. It's in LA time. It's between 20 minutes and 7 hours. You know.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's 200 yards from your house.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it sounds like fun.
Let's do a couple more Falcons jokes and call it a day, shall we? The Falcons won, which, of course, they did. They're eliminated from the playoffs. Now that can only hurt their draft position. 57-yard field goal, good for the win. Good team. They don't understand basic strategy. This team tanks when they're trying to win. They win when they're trying to tank. Mm-hmm. You got to go back to Dukakis to see a tank F up this bad.
Oh, nice reference. Hang on one second, Kostaki. Do you get that one, Sophie?
I don't.
There was a guy named Michael Dukakis who was running for president.
Sophie, come on. She has no chance of this.
And there's a famous picture of him he was posing for something, and he's in a tank. Mm-hmm. And he's wearing this helmet,
somewhat of an ill-fitting helmet.
And it looks really silly. It's very clear that he's not operating this military weapon that's very important and vital to our defense. But he looked so ridiculous.
Yeah,
it became a famous moment.
It'd be like if Jerry Jones was wearing a football uniform.
Yes.
It just doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah, very, very good. It's a very nice reference, but we're just trying to bring it down so that those of a younger generation understand it.
Sorry, I wasn't born in the 1900s.
long in the 1900s is a good time.
You make it sound like we were born like in the aughts.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I turned 124 this year.
Have you seen this new thing called the bicycle?
Get a horse, I said.
Horse will get you there.
I'm sorry, Kostaki, we interrupted your flow. What's
That's
happening?
all right. Yeah. Falcons wide receiver Cameron Batson arrested for fighting with police at a traffic stop. A Falcons wide receiver. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. That's what I said. They don't throw the ball to these guys. Boy, I hope his absence doesn't hurt the Falcons' passing game. That would be terrible. He fled the scene, too, but the wide receiver is only averaging 4 yards, so they caught him very easily. All right, one last joke. Tampa quarterback Blaine Gabbert and his brother used jet skis to rescue victims of a helicopter crash.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Wow. That's cool, right? Everybody's fine. It's the kind of thing first stringer Tom Brady would usually do, but he lost his jet skis in the divorce. So
That's a shame. That's very nice. Thank you, Kostaki. Kostaki Economopoulos this Friday in Lafayette, Indiana at the Eagles. That'll be great. And then in Terre Haute Saturday at the Zora Shrine with Jeff Oskey from our staff. Great comedian.
Yes.
All right.
So
Jeff's great. It'll be good to see Jeff. And then
hey,
Monday,
give me one of those
at
T-shirts.
SoFi Stadium.
I'm sorry. Give me one of those T-shirts that the mark of Zora.
What?
A joke for the sound
Mark of
effect.
Zorro.
He did Zorro. That's what he wanted the joke to be.
Remember in the
Check
beginning
in with
that they do
Sophie on
that.
this one, too?
He would make the Z and it would go.
Now, in your brain, do you think you're helping?
It's visual. It's dated.
Kostaki, that ticket is on me, my friend.
I love it. I thank you. I'm going Monday night, SoFi Stadium. Go Dogs.
We'll talk to you Tuesday or Wednesday.
Dogs and frogs. That's what you got.
We're doing Tuesday. I'm calling you Tuesday. I'm going to be tired and maybe still drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kostaki.
See you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see now. We really haven't finished sports even, have we?
Oh, we finished sports.
No, we haven't done the world record.
We have this may be the stupidest world record we've had.
We have to come back with it.
In a year.
Yeah, we do have
so
to.
We should open with that. And then we have sex dolls in the news.
Sex dolls.
We've got a crazy dude shooting squirrels.
Oh, boy.
Somebody's got that story.
Okay, it's
I
hilarious.
get up on him close, shoot him in the back of the head. That's
We got
you execute.
throw him in the trunk.
We have the president of some country pissing his pants on television.
No.
Yes.
What?
That's the whole story.
I can't.
You're right.
No, it's not this country.
No.
Yet.
Well, that we've seen. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That it's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. Bob and Tom at Bob and...
You know what bugs me about life?
What's that?
People who take a reasonably simple task and make it incredibly complicated, like making a full-scale Broadway show production out of drinking iced tea. That to me is really.
What's your problem? Why can't I enjoy my iced tea over here?
Well, you can.
Did you bring your thermos?
I did bring my thermos.
Can we get a picture? Can we get a picture of the thermos sitting and Christy standing beside it?
Yes, so they can get the actual full
Because seriously,
spectrum of how big this is.
Easily.
That's bigger than Christy's head.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That.
Christy could easily sit on that and watch a sporting event.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, what's wrong with having?
You know what? I think we should have her sit on it. And we'll caption it "Sun Tea."
He's going to read some article or some idiot friend, and when I find the idiot friend who told you about this cold iced tea, I'm going to punch him right in the face. I'm going to. Oh, well, you know.
Who was that guy?
The best thing to do is to be in a separate studio because
Jeff, would you like a little glass of nice iced tea?
No, thanks.
It's delightful.
I love iced tea.
There's no ice in it, though.
God, no, that would make it.
Then it's not iced tea.
Watered down.
The ice would bruise the tea.
Yes.
No, the ice is in the cooler.
I quit. I quit.
Can we get a picture of the iced tea?
How much does this add to your morning? You had such a bad morning, you said.
Are you getting up extra early now to make your tea?
No, the tea was made last night in the car when I left this morning.
Oh.
In the car? Somebody put it in the car?
I did.
You put it in the car.
You put it in the car?
Last night.
Last night.
Yes.
It's crazier than I thought.
Well, how did it stay
I
cold?
thought it was supposed
3
to.
letters come to mind.
OCD.
Oh, definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was supposed to brew in the refrigerator.
That's old technology.
Only with Tom, the OCD is in capital letters with big lights around each.
I thought the tea was supposed to brew in the refrigerator overnight.
Tom's taking it a new step, I'm sure. Well, why not have it brew?
I call it not OCD. I call it CDO because I want the letters in alphabetical order.
Fans again soon. They did not have any scheduled concert, and there's no word on who will handle the drum duties. Drummer Fred White of Earth, Wind and Fire has died at the age of 67. Details on his death were not given. White had drummed for Donny Hathaway before joining his brothers in Earth, Wind and Fire in the mid-70s. Of course, their hits include September, Shining Star, and Boogie Wonderland. Fred White left the band in 1983. And Helen Mirren attended Cowboy Camp to prepare for her role on 1923, a prequel to the series Yellowstone. Mirren said she told the director she didn't know how to ride a horse, so he had her learn to drive a buggy. 1923 is now streaming on Paramount Plus. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out.
He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement, a completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Music Center, I'll tell you when later.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, welcome to 2023.
Thank you.
There's Pat Godwin.
Happy New Year.
There's Josh Arnold.
This is the year, baby.
Of what?
Don't know yet. Arnold. We're only in day 3.
Finally leave it alone, are you?
Well, I'm hoping the thumbprint goes away.
It's the year of the rabbit.
Is it really?
It doesn't start till the 22nd, I think, or the 21st.
It's my favorite David Letterman joke.
It's a good one.
When he said, like, it's the year of the rabbit, but I keep putting rat on my checks. God, that's funny.
There's Sophie, Christy's daughter.
Did you ever write any checks, Sophie?
No. It's Venmo.
Oh, God.
All right.
Venmo. They've got their talons in you, too, huh?
For sure.
Well, it is pretty convenient.
Oh, wait a minute. When was the last time you wrote a check?
With the talons of convenience?
Hey, I've written a check, I think.
I got a couple checks. I got a couple checks for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm going to have to cash them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pain in the butt, is it?
Who gave
Go to
them
the
to you?
bank?
My mom.
Sophie, you got checks.
You know what my mom
I
did
got a
this
check
year?
for Christmas.
Well,
I'm sorry, did you announce everybody?
She couldn't give you. She could give you anything because she's just filthy rich.
Oh, no, she's married to a man named Filthy Rich.
That's what they call him.
There's Sophie, a
Filthy
Cosby.
McRich.
There's Wilbur, I'm Chick. Here's Josh with a joke.
Well, no, this is a true story. My mom gave my brothers and I each a check. And then my brothers were opening another gift that came with the check. And I didn't have another gift. I go, Mom, you didn't get me another gift. She goes, I know. No explanation. Oh, all right.
What was the ancillary, if you will, gift?
It was all like Jeff got some cool.
They were really thoughtful, weren't they?
Yeah, they were great.
Maybe it's that rich joke.
Like to where normally we all get the same thing. From,
Sure, right.
And I was like, oh, awesome, we got those this year.
Did you at least get more money than they did?
No. Oh, that's just left out of the. She just looked at me with kind of laughing. She goes, I know.
Did that hurt your feelings?
It seems like she's trying to send a message.
Yeah. It did not hurt my feelings. I thought it was very funny.
Did you get her a gift?
I did, yes. Yeah.
Is it something we can discuss, or was it
absolutely? I got her a gift.
Dildo?
My mom. You know what? This is also what she did. She enjoys what she calls sundaes. My mom says sundaes instead of ice cream sundae.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll say, "Oh, I want to go get a sundae." Well, I got her a.
That's just wrong.
I've been trying to tell her that.
Maybe that explains.
But even after your explanation, she returned to Sunday.
Well, I got her a $50 gift card to Dairy Queen because she lives in Florida, so it's a year-round.
Wow.
And she opened
$50 for the mom, huh?
Boy, you really know how to love it.
I won't even pay for the stitches from back in the day.
A woman that gave birth to you. Here's $50, Mom. Go out and buy yourself something nice.
I was thinking it was fairly generous, and many sundaes can be bought with $50.
That's right.
Not that
and she goes, "Oh, thank you." She goes, "By the way, we're Culver's people now."
What did you say?
Well, listen, get the gift card back. I'll use it. I'm a Dairy Queen.
Oh no,
guy,
she'll
too.
happily. She loves blizzards.
Man,
Yeah, you won't even get a check next year.
No, I'll probably get a $50 gift card to Dairy Queen.
When you gave her the Dairy Queen gift card, did you hold it up and then turn it upside down?
Oh,
that's very fun. Because whenever I give somebody gift cards, I get little miniature stockings and I put them in there.
Yeah.
So I should have tipped over the stocking. And,
That would have been very clever. Maybe next year.
That's right. There's always next year.
Does Culver's do the tip over thing too? I don't know.
No, but they've got frozen custard over there, the Butterburgers, the cheese curds over there.
Oh, just Butterburger. It's very nice. We were talking about something, and I forget why this came up, but I was wondering if any cool engineer out there had ever put a jet engine on a biplane.
Yeah.
Of course. According to Greg, there's something called the Screaming Sasquatch.
Is that right?
It has a radial engine and a jet engine strapped to its belly. Thank you, Greg, in Michigan. Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yes.
We were talking about contemporary technology in the world of airlines, et cetera, and some of the deficiencies therein. But again, I'm a big fan.
You know how those big jet airliners, if one of the engines goes out, it can still fly just fine, from what I understand. Can a biplane? If one of the propellers...
Sure.
Go around
now,
in
if it's a single... if it's a single engine, it can glide to the ground.
Right.
They're made to do that, actually, if your engine goes.
Does the bi of a biplane refer to the wings or the... Oh.
Yes.
And it's attracted to both genders.
Thank you, Sophie.
What did you say, Sophie?
She said it's also attracted to both genders. I'll have you know there are more than
Or all
two.
genders, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, please. Come
Yeah,
on.
got to be politically correct.
Wow. Put her back in her place. I'm sorry. Is it time to conclude sports?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Chick, have you ever been in a biplane? Wouldn't that be fun, you and I?
What?
Will you
wing walk? Somebody in front, one in the back.
Who's going to steer? Not to mention pilot the plane.
It'll be a drone biplane, and somebody on the ground can easily...
How about a glider? We could glide.
Let's glide. Like in the Thomas Crown Affair.
Was that an Outer Limits or a Twilight Zone?
Where he stayed in the air forever.
Yeah, and the thing finally lands, and it's a skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a Twilight Zone.
That was Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It was a Twilight Zone where they were in the plane and they descended to land, and there were dinosaurs that had to pull up really fast.
Oh, my gosh. How did it happen? I've got to watch.
You got to watch Twilight Zone.
Time
Find
warp.
out.
Bill Shatner.
I'm sorry, do we have a world record?
David Rush. Another year, another...
He can't even spend Christmas with his family?
No, the beauty of this one is he's got Jonathan Hollywood Hannon's kids involved.
Oh, great.
Isn't that something?
The most toots of a party blower.
We're running out.
Now,
do you mean party horn?
This is the way it was written on
The unwrappable ones?
the David Rush. Yes, the ones that when you blow on them,
They unwrap?
They squirm out.
Yes.
Sure, it's just natural.
Sure.
It's like a party worm?
So I watched the video.
Well, go ahead.
I did my homework on this.
Please.
So he's sitting across from Hollywood Hannon's daughter, Erin, who weirdly spells it E-I-R-I-N-N.
Not important to the story at all.
Yeah, just part of the whole weirdness of the thing. And the party twirly, what are they called? Blowers.
Party favor.
They're sitting on the table, and they have to pick it up, blow into it, then put it back down, and then the other one has to do it in they alternate.
Man, when I hear blow, toots, and party favors, I just think about spring break in Miami.
Toot skis.
Yeah, when I hear party blower, I think of a friend of mine's girlfriend.
Sweet, sweet Connie.
Yikes.
Sweet, sweet Connie.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, he'd turn away for 5 minutes, and she was in the back. I'm sorry. Back to you, Chuck. What else?
David said it took over a dozen attempts to get a run that qualified for the record. They tooted their party blowers 86 times to beat the previous record in 1 minute.
The record tooting, I remember one time one of my dogs got a hold of a frozen pot pie. And I'll tell you what, that was the tooting. It's unbelievable.
A frozen pot pie.
Imagine him trying to eat that. That would be...
That's what I'm... hilarious.
He's got to lick the top for a while.
Right.
That's doggy heaven.
Yeah, and the dog just being thrilled he can eat the bowl.
Dogs love frozen. It'll take them forever.
Right,
They're wagging their tail.
Yeah.
He gets to the bottom of the bowl and realizes that's also food.
I can eat this too.
Heck, I like that.
It's like it's like the first time I tried a taco salad. What a treat that was.
No kidding. Now, Sophie?
Yes.
Do you know who the most famous party blower is?
No.
Nancy
I'm scared
Reagan.
to find out.
she just killed it for everybody.
What?
Just say no to drugs. I think Chick pointed out. I think Chick pointed out. Shouldn't she? It's just kind of rude.
Oh, her no to drugs. She blew the pot.
Well, now you're shot.
Shouldn't it be? Shouldn't it be? No, thank you.
Correct.
It's just
be polite.
Just be polite.
Yes.
There you go.
That was an effective program for a minute or so, right? Just
yeah, it's working well, isn't it?
Oh, for Pete's sake.
That's so dork. She doesn't do that stuff usually.
It's just the most cynical thing ever. Yeah, it really solved the problem. Yeah. That worked. Well, she saved the world. Boy, oh boy. Way to go, Nance.
Your tiny little suits and your tiny little body.
Okay, let's give me the. Is that sports?
You have tiny little suits.
Yeah, what? You're so tiny.
Well, tiny as Nancy Reagan.
You wear Barbie clothes. You're smaller than Nancy Reagan.
No way.
Time for a quick vote.
All right.
Time for a quick vote. Before we get to the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Oh.
This is a quick vote. Should we dress up as presidents again this President's Day?
No.
Yes.
No. Stop. You don't have to vote.
That's 2 no's, a yes, and
no. I said no.
It's okay.
Did you
Josh?
recognize my no?
Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
You ass kisser.
No. I didn't think you were going to say kisser.
We vote either way.
No.
He's going to make you be Grover Cleveland.
I would have given you $20 had you said whole.
Oh, man. I thought it was coming for sure.
Now, if we do it, Ace.
Who's he going to be?
Well, he'd have to shave his beard.
I got to guess. Obama?
That would probably be the only one I'm thinking.
No. Let's really make the news. I'll be Obama.
I thought you were Obama.
Let me be clear. This is very
I thought you were Obama.
No, I don't do an Obama.
Oh, you're friends with him.
I am friends with him, yeah.
Yes, okay, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. President, are you here?
Oh, thank God.
He's not here this morning.
Oh, darn it.
Setting myself up.
We're going to come right back.
Better.
Coming up is the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We have some cool animal news. Plus, we have a crazy old man that had a World War II explosive lodged in his rectum.
Oh,
that
my
was the
gosh.
story. What, you,
Well, I want to know what happened. If they got it out, if he blew up, if he's still with us, how it got up there. I'd like to know.
Sacre bleu. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Let's get back to the chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
she is
My mistake.
so traumatized right now. She has not come out of her little house in
No doubt.
the whole
The
day.
chinchilla.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's true. Her ears are as big as Frisbees.
They are very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
They're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to, and they're nocturnal, so they
Must be a lot of listening going on.
they
in
do a
South
lot of
America.
listening at night.
Size of those
because
ears.
you can't see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, duh. Duh, I'm a chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I wonder what that's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will.
What?
I'll come
I'm
if you call
surprised
me.
they can't.
What do you order at Starbucks?
What's the new thing? Come
Is
on.
there something new?
Oh, Bob.
You know, with my overt masculinity,
Oh, Bob.
I can pull off anything.
What are you ordering these?
I have
Something frou-frou?
No, not foo-foo at all. It's very simple. It's called a misto.
A misto.
Misto.
I want a
Misto
misto.
Grease. Misto horny. Misto Greasewald, your drink is ready.
What's a misto?
It's just
Coffee with
coffee with steamed milk.
Isn't that
Isn't
what
that
it
a
is?
latte?
A latte or a cappuccino?
I don't know.
Intellectually, you have to be with all of us when we're frustrated with you because you used to stand behind a person at Starbucks and when you would make fun of them endlessly when they go, I want coffee extra hot. And now you can't have your coffee unless the milk is steamed. You see
Well,
why?
no, because when you put the cream in it, it cools the coffee too much.
What if it's... Oh, my God.
So you're adding cream already? You're adding more cream?
He's adding
No.
cream.
It's you just it's skim milk. You can get steamed skim milk. So
I don't understand the difference between a cappuccino, a latte, a misto. It's all steamed milk. They all add it to coffee.
Why don't you tell me the difference between a taco and a burrito and all the
Hard shell,
crap?
soft shell.
It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. No, it's see. There's subtle distinctions. See, Christy, that's me. I'm all about subtlety.
What do you say?
I'd like a non-fat misto, please.
A non-fat meat. Well, you got to say a size. Do you say that first or
venti,
last?
grande, tall. What do you got?
Probably the
Do
big one.
you say a first or last?
First.
First.
I always do the large. If I'm ordering for my wife at Starbucks, I'll have a large coffee with that creamy stuff you put in there.
So
you
you're
mean
not
a latte?
So you're not going
grande? No, I
you're
want
not going to
large.
pretend you know the language.
No, because I don't know the language.
But I mean, if it's golf, would you say I want an iron, or would you say, well, I don't want to use one of the wooden ones. Give me one of the metal sticks. Oh yeah, I got you, Bob.
What are you talking about? You know what bugs me at Starbucks?
Sad. I actually kind of got that analogy.
Did he say metal stick?
Metal stick.
I'm going to go over there and beat the crap out of him right now.
I got your back, brother.
You got to answer the phone.
I didn't see anything.
This is Larry King. Hang up the phone.
You let that phone ring.
As far as I know, he fell down a lot. That's all. That's what I'm telling
people.
He
was pushed down a lot.
Bob and Tom.
It's pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it.
Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates.
Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray. Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
Right after Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be there.
Today.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin's here.
Hey, chick.
There's a Josh Arnold.
Hi. One of many.
Sophie.
Hello.
Yeah, she's here. That's Christy's some relation to her. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thanks for joining us, Sophie. We certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Sophie, daughter of Christy.
Yes.
Allegedly.
No, it's real.
Sophie.
You're one of the two children, supposedly, that she's had.
Yes.
What everyone wants to know is, who do you love more, your mom or dad?
I love them both equally.
That is a lie.
Yep, not true. Oh, Sophie's choice.
Read your diary.
Sophie's choice, yes.
But really, kind of by definition. Right now, it's time to remind everyone why we're here. And for the first time today, we would like to present some comedy here in the Bob and Tom.
I think we're having fun.
Here in the Bob and Tom
3
program.
hours, but okay.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I want to start off the year teaching you something.
Please.
All right.
Now, before crowbars were invented, crows had to drink at home.
Is that right?
See, that threw me. You were holding your pen up.
I know, right?
Me too. Prop.
Oh,
I can see why, because crows and pens.
You're a real carrot top over there.
George Burns used to hold a cigar, right?
Jack Benny had the violin.
Well, that's
Chick,
true.
did you find George Burns funny?
No, I did not.
You did.
Gracie was pretty funny, I thought.
I think George would agree that she was the funniest.
Yeah, she was very funny.
But when George would do his one-man...
Then he'd do a song?
Yeah.
The bicycle bill for two. There's a song.
You didn't care for it?
No.
Yeah,
My old Kentucky.
I never got
when
that.
the Oh God movie came out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
John Denver?
I thought it just anyone.
John Denver.
Hey, look, it's John Denver.
I just didn't get it, and I thought
Did you bother to watch Oh God Book 2 or
No,
Oh God You Devil?
No.
The third?
Did you?
I watched all three.
Really? I just felt like an outside that why everyone is going to see this on purpose. They don't have anything better to do in their lives. Chick once had a great line where he talked about sometimes you're at a movie, you look up and you go, wow, that looks like a beautiful day, and they wasted their time filming this.
They could have played catch. Had a picnic.
Yeah, they could have had some fun.
They could have done anything.
I have to watch. I just hated that movie.
Okay.
I watched him as a kid. I couldn't tell you.
I liked the first one. It was cute.
Were you stoned? Or what was going on?
No, I wasn't stoned.
Drunk?
No.
No, she never drank or did drugs.
That's right.
Of course.
She was completely sober when Sophie was conceived.
That is definitely not true.
Oh, ew.
You're a drunk baby.
Drunk baby.
You never heard the story about the bingo night? No.
It was a bingo night?
No, it was actually a Monte Carlo night.
You should have named her. You should have named her Monty or Bingo.
It was a Monte Carlo night at a.
What about Carlo or Carla?
God, this is my nightmare. Please stop.
Give me another card.
Sophie, things were different B4, and B4, coincidentally, that's what your mom hit on before she got so drunk.
Actually, we were playing blackjack when. Yeah, it was a nice night.
That's a
And you know
that's
exactly
a push.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
How about that?
This isn't who's the famous person? Oh, it was like Margot Hemingway was named after some fancy perfume. No, some champagne, right?
Ernest
Like
Hemingway.
Chateau Margaux.
Oh, really? Because they were drinking Chateau Margaux?
Yeah, Tom.
We were
wake up.
drinking Chateau Budweiser.
Margot Hemingway was named after Hemingway.
Isn't that something?
Oh,
Yeah. My middle name is Bud Light. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's time now to, speaking of Hemingway, of course, many heroic activities during World War I. We have an odd story from the New York Post about a bit of, I guess this would be technically munitions from World War I.
I should have given this story to Sophie because she's the one who has the French background.
Well, stand it to her.
There you go, Soph.
All right.
You can probably pronounce that hospital correctly.
A
I sure
lot
as hell
better
can.
than I could.
A hospital in France was evacuated after.
You're rushing. You're rushing.
Slow down.
Take your
Oh
time.
my God!
Just hit him. Just hit him.
I know you can't keep up, Josh, but
I am very dumb.
after an octogenarian arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his rectum.
Oh.
The 88-year-old patient visited Hospital Saint-Mousse in Toulon to have the explosive removed.
Welcome to St. Louis.
So let's just slow down here. As Josh says, this guy's 88 years old, and he's got a bit of
an explosive
ordnance in his ass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Here we go. A hospital spokesperson stated that the incident required the intervention of bomb disposal personnel and the evacuation of the facility. According to the New York Post, bomb disposal experts determined that the missile was a collector's item.
Oh, they're making a movie of this, you know. It's called The Fart Locker.
I thought it was going to be the Squirt Locker.
Saving Ryan's privates.
The Butthurt Locker.
Doctors were then able to surgically remove the object, which measured almost 8 inches long and more than 2 inches wide.
Wow.
That's massive. There's never
I
been
bet that
anything
felt
like
Yeah.
real good. I mean,
Well, here's the most surprising part. It is believed the man inserted the explosive into his rectum for sexual pleasure.
Well,
Never could have guessed that. So
I mean, you suppose as the guy's so old, his eyesight was bad, and he confused his ordnance collection with his dildos, or
oh boy,
yeah, my dad fought in the big war.
How old is he?
88. Yeah, 88. That's.
Well, he could have been a World War II veteran, but certainly not World War I.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
No, if he was a World War I veteran, he'd be.
No, I know that he's not a world.
We've done the math on that.
Boy.
Well, if you're 88, he might have just been like, always wanted to try this. Might as well do it now.
Yeah, I always want to know what trench warfare felt like.
we have a song, Pat.
Stuck in me. I got the shell in my ass from 1923. The ambulance is on its way. I wanted some fun, so I took an artillery shell from WW1 and shoved it up my bum. Ooh. Now it's there to stay. One other verse? Let's just try it. I'm 88, and I thought an 8-inch shell would probably feel great. Now it's stuck up there, causing a bomb scare. Studio fade.
World War I, by the way.
Don't do the math. It was over in 18.
Long before
It doesn't rhyme.
1923.
It did not.
I did
I think
not.
it ended in 1918.
They found it after
18.
Yeah. He found it in the fields.
1923.
Yeah, there's still.
Do they know? I mean, once they got it out, was it still active ordnance? Was there?
I don't know.
Wow. So every once in a while you hear about that. Someone has some antique thing and it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother.
Oh, your grandma exploded?
Yeah, she had diarrhea.
That was weird.
And he put it in his rectum. It was the old joke. Rectum damn near killed everybody.
I like the at the end.
It was fun.
You got to have that. Yeah. You talk about fire in the hole.
Talk about it.
Boy, that is just weird.
It looks like a really big bullet. Have you seen it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the only way I can feel something anymore.
I've done so much in my life.
Who's that guy?
That's an old French guy. He's got a cigarette, maybe, a little hat on.
Sure.
I didn't know there were pictures of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently he's recovering well and in good
I
health.
would have thought it would have been bloodier.
Well, in this picture, they show that it's in the doctor's hand. It is huge. Wow. Yikes. Looks like a rocket.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Let's not be, this guy's a hero, all right? He probably won a Brown Heart or something, so let's all try to be respectful. Not all home runs, you know.
Sure, no.
Christy,
gotta get man on base.
Clean single? There's nothing wrong with that.
Ugh, God.
Oh, my, what's that picture?
No, that is the actual one.
Well,
the one
that's
I had was a stock image now that I look at it.
Boy,
yeah.
I hope that's rust.
Yeah, that's the thing. I saw that same one.
Can't be good.
Yeah, that is just, wow.
Oh, my Lord.
That's gigantic.
You know,
Bomb disposal experts at the scene determined there was little possibility that the shell would explode inside the man.
Okay.
Well, that's a little possibility.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean none.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, talk about silent but deadly. Thank you, Sophie.
Oh, they're making a movie about it.
Oh.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, a joke no one will get.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's called All Quiet in the Western Rear.
Well, we get it.
Maybe Eastern Rear.
Or the Central, yeah.
It was, the famous book. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Western Front. Well, Eastern Rear would be
the opposite.
Oh, yeah. Should it be the Eastern Rear?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
about
it's just
Western
not funny.
butt?
Oh, no, there's no... it wasn't funny. No.
They can't all be home runs, folks.
That was like a bunt. That was a nice bunt.
Wow. Okay, sorry. Coming up, Christy, what do we got over there?
Well, we have a ban on imported sex dolls. We have low sex drive, could be linked to death in one country. We'll talk about that.
A lot of dead guys have very low sex drive.
Yeah.
And then there are those that don't.
Well, apparently at 88, this guy was not.
No. More things in my butt, please. Happy New Year. Put it all in. If I'm going out, I'm going out big.
Plus, we have the those salad kits that you can buy at the grocery store. There's a problem with some of those salad kits.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I can see Christy's getting angry. I'm not going to give it away.
No, I
had a problem with one of those once. I opened it up and there was just like lettuce in there.
What'd you expect?
No barbecue sauce?
I was hoping just for croutons and cheese.
That's all coming up. And we have a great story. I love this story. It's about a bear who does one of these kind of returning to home things.
Oh, how nice.
It's really sweet, and it involves a lot of walking when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and...
You know what bugs me about life?
What's that?
People who take a reasonably simple task and make it incredibly complicated, like making a full-scale Broadway show production out of drinking iced tea. That to me is really.
What's your problem? Why can't I enjoy my iced tea over here?
Well, you can.
Did you bring your thermos?
I did bring my thermos.
Can we get a picture? Can we get a picture of the thermos sitting and Christy standing beside it?
Yes, so they can get the actual full spectrum of how big this is.
Easily,
that's bigger than Christy's head.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That.
Christy could easily sit on that and watch a sporting event.
Certainly.
Well, what's wrong with having?
You know what? I think we should have her sit on it. We'll caption it "Sun Tea."
He's going to read some article or some idiot friend, and when I find the idiot friend who told you about this cold iced tea, I'm going to punch him right in the face. I'm going to. Oh, well,
who was that guy?
The best thing to do is to be in a separate studio because
Jeff, would you like a little glass of nice iced tea?
No, thanks.
It's delightful.
I love iced tea.
There's no ice in it, though.
God, no. That would make it.
Then it's not iced tea.
Watered down.
The ice would bruise the tea.
Yes.
No, the ice is in the cooler.
I quit. I quit.
Can we get a picture of the iced tea?
How much does this add to your morning? You had such a bad morning, you said.
Are you getting up extra early now to make your tea?
No, the tea was made last night in the car when I left this morning.
Oh.
In the car? Somebody put it in the car?
I did.
You put it in the car?
You put it in the car?
Last night.
Last night.
Yes.
It's crazier than I thought.
Well,
I thought it was supposed to...
Three letters come to mind. OCD.
Those.
Definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was supposed to brew in the refrigerator.
That's old technology.
Only with Tom, the OCD is in capital letters with big lights around each.
I thought the tea was supposed to brew in the refrigerator overnight.
Tom's taking it a new step, I'm sure. Well, why not have it brew?
I call it not OCD. I call it CDO because I want the letters in alphabetical order.
And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights, did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I could use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
Oh, what is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jeez, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring. We added some carbonation, but
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout. Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I can borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick.
Perspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
Can I borrow your shorts for later?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Christy's daughter Sophie's here. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I've got an idea.
Well, something good.
Should we... Tell you what.
What?
Should we have people vote on whether Ace should shave it off or not, and whether I should keep the sideburns?
He's not going to abide.
Why not?
That's a good idea. Two separate votes. And then,
Sure.
What do you think, Ace? Would you like
Told
to?
you probably will be gone by Friday.
What if the people want to see what happens if you keep growing it?
Nah, because it gets itchy and stuff.
Okay. Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Did you? It looks like the mustache is growing in heavier than the rest of it. Did you start by just doing the stash?
I don't look at my face every day.
Oh, we have to. So just shave it off.
Sophie, what do you think of Ace's?
I think it looks great. I don't know why. He's mentioned this like 5 times.
He's obsessed with how men look. It's exhausting.
Don't get too excited about this, Sophie. We don't want to upset your dad. Real dad. I get it, honey. He's handsome. Now will you calm down? I'd like to meet Trevor.
Probably a good time to
Move
switch
on?
gears here. Now, are you going to do a story, Christy?
Which one?
I don't know.
I'll do one. It's okay to take your sex doll to South Korea. South Korea has formally lifted the ban on the import of full-body sex dolls.
About time.
Hundreds of sex dolls have been seized by the Korean's Customs Service. The custom officials said they are still likely to hold more than the 1,000 sex dolls that had been sent to South Korea since 2018. But apparently, if you order a new one, you're allowed to bring it into the country.
They want people to buy local?
I guess.
They want them to buy the homemade, made in South Korea sex dolls. It's the imported ones. That's what's bothering them.
Apparently, but not anymore.
What does a South Korean redneck sound like?
I'm not doing it.
Nobody answered.
Don't even touch it.
Well, Josh used to work in
I'm
South
tired of these
Korea.
damn foreign sex dolls coming over here, taking all of our jobs, except translated into Korean. I'm sure there are rednecks in all cultures, right?
Sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
of course. Yeah.
Did you ever know when you lived in South Korea? Did you ever meet someone you would consider to be kind of a redneck?
Yeah, but they weren't. It was different. It was different.
Did you see?
He's over there.
Did you see the
watching me sip worm?
Yeah, you're walking on thin ice.
It's like that scene in A Beautiful Mind when you can see all the math equations, but it's just all the different ways you could get fired.
Did you see the picture from the news conference when they announced this? This is an actual picture.
my gosh.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, there
That
she
looks like a
is.
little girl that got haunted in a movie.
It does. It's not cool.
No.
Why would they have one of the sex dolls at the press conference?
Well, they like the examples.
Equal time.
I guess.
Now,
I'm not sure what
Ma'am,
you're
you have anything to say about this?
No, in the Japanese, have you ever seen the Japanese?
They needed one woman in the room.
You might as well have one that can't talk. Saves a lot of time. You ever seen those Japanese sex dolls?
No, what are those like?
Why are you looking at me?
All of the naughty parts are blurred.
Speaking of that, researchers in Japan report a link between low sex drive and early death in men. Scientists at Yamagata University analyzed data on nearly 21,000 people over the age of 40. They found that all causes of death were significantly higher among men who lacked sexual interest.
I mean, there are guys with low sex drive.
There are guys who lack sexual interest? I didn't know that existed.
Huh. I wonder what the correlation is here.
I don't know. That's all I have. I don't know.
Just wild
speculation.
Yeah, no real facts here.
No, the data suggests that those that have low sex drives tend to not live as long in the male population. I think that's kind of interesting.
Because they're not emptying their prostate, right?
You do need to use it.
And conversely, I mean, look, nothing can kill Harvey Weinstein, apparently.
What do you want to happen to the show?
I will not have you besmirch a misunderstood hero. A film genius.
You don't have to do that for him.
No,
we
don't.
That reminded me. Did you see the Bill Cosby story?
What's he up to?
What's he doing today?
Well, Bill Cosby says he might return to touring in 2023.
This is terrible. This is evil. And yes, if he asks, I will open for it.
Cosby, now 85, was convicted, of course, in Pennsylvania back in 2018 of a criminal sexual assault charge. He was released in 2021 following nearly 3 years in prison after the conviction was overturned by the state Supreme Court. Cosby's rep, Andrew Wyatt, confirmed to Variety that the comedian is, quote, looking at spring, summer to start touring.
How'd you like to be that guy?
Earlier this month, though, 5 women filed a new sexual assault lawsuit against NBC and Bill Cosby, so good luck, Bill.
This is Andrew Wyatt. I represent Bill Cosby. Hello?
Hello? I mean, what a problematic thing that would be to buy a ticket. I did see that the tickets, they're going to be low. Have you seen this?
No, I didn't see
they're
this.
They're going to be $25 with a 10-drink minimum. Would you go see him?
No.
I saw him live long before all of this, and so it's fine. I don't have to.
But he was great.
He was.
It's just this whole thing is just rough. Yikes.
It's awful, yeah.
I mean, would people go?
People will go.
But then would people protest? Would there be...
Yes.
Would
probably
be interrupted trying to...
Oh, yeah. There have to be a fair amount of people out there that think he's innocent.
Oh, absolutely.
So they'll go.
The media's got an axe to grind with Bill Cosby.
OJ will be there.
Too.
Yeah. Oh, they should just why not just do a 2-man show? Boy, oh boy.
In Cosby's case, he could probably fill a pretty good-sized theater with just the women that have accused him.
That's such a good joke.
This is... I don't think I would feel comfortable going to see him.
No,
Balls on this
don't.
guy to try to do that? I'm just shocked. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, good luck, Bill.
Hey, Salva Kiir, the president of South Sudan, is in the news. He apparently peed on himself on national television accidentally while dedicating a new road. The 71-year-old reportedly claims to blame a urinary tract infection, which is common for both men and women in that age range.
Did you see the photographs of that?
I did not.
Yeah, he's a big pee thing in his pants.
Ah, poor guy.
And then he made it even worse because it was the yellow brick road that he was dedicating.
He was he?
That is so silly.
You really hit that brick, didn't you?
So when we don't know if any American presidents have ever.
No.
Isn't that the story that you stopped? You started wearing underwear after one night?
Yes, absolutely.
You peed on yourself?
Yeah, there was Sophie, there was a long period of my life in which I didn't wear socks, didn't wear underwear. Those were great days.
Awesome.
And then there's a photograph of me and Bob at some whatever dumb, contest or something on stage, and very clearly I had just returned from the men's room and there was a stain. By the way, fortunately, near my knee, but
there you go. Of course. Could have used a few more shakes, is what you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
That's,
right.
hence the...
oh, boy.
So sorry.
Sophie, what do you got over there?
Alrighty, we've got multiple supermarkets in Australia are recalling some of their produce
Why?
after customers began experiencing hallucinations.
Oh, hey. These mushrooms.
Great salad.
And the salad kit. Really.
47 people in New South Wales reported the symptoms, including fever, dilated pupils, hallucinations, and delirium. Riviera Farms said in a statement, "It appears these products have been contaminated with a weed, which can have health consequences if consumed."
Wow.
This explains a lot about Popeye. I wonder he acted so crazy. He was on the wacky weed.
Hilarious.
I shouldn't have bought Lick-a-Toad brand Caesar salad.
Oh, Lick-a-Toad is good, but yeah, you're right.
Popeye's acting like he's on bath salts, not spinach. Pat, you're giving me the look. What do you got over there?
One leaf makes you silly. 2 leaves makes you crawl. And the spinach with hot bacon dressing makes you see Popeye 20 feet tall. Don't touch the salad. That's a bad call. And if you eat trippy spinach right out of the can, you'll start liking long guitar solos you hear at Burning Man. Don't touch the salad you get from the New Zealand Mall. That's a bad call.
Our apologies to Grace Slick
I'm gonna apologize.
and the
I'm gonna call
Jefferson
her later and
Airplane.
apologize.
That's great, Pat. That's so funny.
Jefferson Starship, man.
No, it was,
Well, back then.
that was the airplane.
Yeah.
The good band.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
They all had their place, right? Starship, even. We built this city.
Wasn't that voted the worst song in rock and roll at
And
one time?
I will honestly confess.
Yeah.
Yes, Christy is
Yes.
right, but I will confess. I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in the Muppet soundtrack.
It's so that song is so weird.
All right.
Yeah, I love that song.
But as a general rule, the Jefferson Airplane to me was the great band.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I love them, yeah.
Yeah,
Love
me
'em.
too. I saw him live 5 times.
No, she's just a liar.
She's being a little mean, and I love it.
She's just causing
Just
trouble
read the
over here.
news. Gosh.
Okay, sorry. I'll shut up.
Wait, we've been trying to tell you that for years.
Okay, well, now, Sophie is sitting in. Sophie is Christy's daughter, allegedly. She thinks.
Whatever.
Looks a lot like the UPS man to me. Oh, wait, it would still be here.
DNA.
I don't know how.
We're doing a DNA
birth
test
works.
tomorrow.
I don't know how birth works.
Why don't you read us another story, Sophie? What do you got over there?
Alrighty. A determined black bear traveled across 4 states to return to its favorite feeding grounds, a campsite in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Oh, the tastiest campers ever.
That's a lot of
How is
do-di-dos.
this possible?
4 states.
How does the
1,000
bear,
miles?
How does he know where to go?
In June...
GPS.
I don't know.
Bear PS.
Bear PS.
Bear
Great one,
PS.
Mom.
Hey, don't step in that. It might be bear PS. Bear PS.
What the hell's going on?
You hunt bear, you got to cover yourself in bear PS.
The aforementioned South Korean redneck voice.
In June, officials received complaints that a female black bear was grabbing food off picnic tables, sniffing trash cans, and even stealing backpacks. Wildlife crews trapped the animal and relocated her 1,000 miles away to an area of South Cherokee National Forest in Georgia. Scientists labeled the animal bear 609 and attached a geolocating device to her. Wildlife biologists tracked Bear 609 as she proceeded to walk across Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, and then into Tennessee, eventually returning to the campsite where she had been trapped.
Whoa.
How is that possible?
These animals are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
The things women can do these days is incredible.
They really
I mean, she
are
had
a
to. She
mystery.
had to cross major highways.
Yeah. She did. Yeah. And then what
All right.
That's from Crappy Music 4.
Oh, you don't like that song?
No, thanks.
Oh, that's a great song.
Okay. All right, I'm wrong again.
It's okay that you don't like it.
How about the airplane does 500 miles? How about that? You'd probably like that, right?
If Jefferson Airplane covered that song, be a little slower.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be a little slower. 500 miles.
Okay, all right. Now, Christy, we have time for one more story.
She's got all the news over there.
You gave me so many.
Well, pick one.
Okay, fine.
Better be a good one.
A town in the UK canceled its New Year's fireworks to protect an Arctic walrus.
This is ridiculous.
What?
The BBC reports that officials in Scarborough called off the display at the last minute over fears that it could cause distress to the mammal, which had recently appeared in the seaside town. Wildlife experts suggest the walrus, nicknamed Thor, was taking a break before heading north.
Thor.
Emily Mayman from the BDMLR charity said the walrus was last seen heading out to sea.
Aw.
I mean...
To see summer in the UK?
Yeah, what?
I mean, it's probably the same logic. For all you dog people out there know that when your dogs, sometimes they hear fireworks, they go crazy, and I guess they're concerned that the walrus is going to. Although couldn't the walrus just slip into the sea and?
Yeah.
Those animals are amazing, aren't they?
Really something.
How did they know that the walrus didn't come to see the fireworks?
Right.
True. He's like,
this sucks.
He's like, this party blows.
Cuckoo can chew my ass. I want to see the fireworks.
Yeah. Well, this guy from North Dakota, a North Dakota man who claims that he was, quote, at war with the local squirrel population.
Yep, I get this.
Is now facing charges after firing several bullets that hit his neighbor's house.
Good Lord. I still stand with this man. Why don't you like squirrels?
Stop belly aching.
Yeah, so in the UK, we're protecting one walrus, and then this guy's shooting at squirrels.
He could have killed these people.
Yes.
Could have.
It's the price you have to pay.
I love my squirrels.
Yeah, Mr. Michael James Powers told them he shot at a squirrel that was on top of his bird feeder and missed.
This is like Elmer Fudd. Don't you have a squirrel song, Pat?
Sure, I could do something. Hold on a second.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Guitar's out of tune. Just hold on.
Should we come back with it?
Sure.
Okay.
A well-oiled machine.
When we come back, we'll find out about the crazy guy shooting squirrels.
All right.
All right. Who's the nut here? This guy? I think so.
The squirrels have all the nuts.
When we return, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Marty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you're really safe before we stick you in the grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, shout out to Christopher, and thanks to him for coming in and filling in during the vacation weeks when the rest of the staff was out on vacation. Christopher here, hard at work, bringing you the best of shows, so we thank Christopher for that. And you can hear more from Christopher today. It's Bob and Tom's All-Day Replay. Hosted by Christopher, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll replay today's show back to back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. That's why we call it the All-Day Replay. And again, hosted by our friend Christopher right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin in critical condition. Early this morning, Bills say he suffered a cardiac arrest on the field following a tackle just hours earlier, leading to the indefinite postponement of Buffalo's pivotal Monday night matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. The Bills said in a statement, Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and then he was transferred to UC Medical Center. College football bowl action yesterday. Number 9, Penn State beating Utah in the Rose, 35-21. Number 14, Tulane beating USC 46-45 in the Cotton Bowl. Number 24, Mississippi State beat Illinois 19-10 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. And number 16, LSU over Purdue in the Citrus Bowl 63-7. NBA winners yesterday, New York, Philly, the Lakers, Indiana, Brooklyn, Minnesota, Dallas, Portland, and Miami all get the wins. And in the overtime game between Cleveland and Chicago, Donovan Mitchell scores 71 and the Cavs win. And Golden State in double overtime beating Atlanta 143-141. Klay Thompson had 54. And in the NHL last night, Boston, Vegas, and Philly skate to wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
Can
Tom.
we show Willie's gift?
Dad, you made this a few years ago to make fun of Christy. It is the honk if you've been married to Christy Lee sticker.
Sure,
And it's
yes.
a little bit of a laugh, maybe
Right.
3 marriages. But what's better than 3 marriages is birthing 7 children. So if everyone could please turn around my gift to you all. I got everyone the honk if your dad is Tom Griswold bumper sticker.
Very nice. Love it. Love it. Love everything about it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat, and they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission, and they both hate the kitchen. Turtles at home.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Website to see who's coming where and when.
I've never been more confused in my life. Hi! Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey.
Pat's going to finish his song that he kind of started. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Sophie.
Hello.
Yep, that's Christy's kid. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Doesn't this feel like, and we never knew that'd be our last summer together, but it was the best one.
That's right. Yeah, man. And then we all...
With Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Sounds like happy music.
And here's
happy.
Tom.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, once again, this story comes out of North Dakota. A man allegedly put bullet holes in his neighbor's house. He wasn't trying to shoot his neighbor's house up, but he was actually trying to kill the squirrels.
Yep, they were on top of his bird feeder, and he missed. Oops.
And he said he's going to go talk to the other guy to make it right.
He was arrested for reckless discharge of a firearm.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, bullet holes in their house. And you've got a tribute to squirrels?
Thing about squirrels is, Tom, words out, they're just like us, horny and aggressive. Check out these nuts, hanging on the wire and know it. Everyone, oh, squirrels, they want to have fun. Oh, squirrels just want to have, it's all they really want. Some fun. Dodging cars, we lost another way. Oh, squirrels just want to have fun. All right. Best song ever.
I think that's the first time our welcoming to that ran out before the end of the song. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is kind of visual, but Josh, you turned your chair around like a disappointed Professor X.
I do that to try to make Pat laugh when...
It's the opposite of the singing show where they turn around to see who the singer is. Okay. I mean, if you've got a squirrel problem, aren't there other methods before you start getting the gun out and shooting them?
I know somebody that tried that with a woodpecker once.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shooting at a woodpecker.
I don't want to talk about his penis. What I was talking about was shooting a squirrel.
No, don't randomly shoot at a house where there's a woodpecker on it.
That's what I said.
So what, the woodpecker was just driving him crazy because of the pecking?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard to shoot a woodpecker.
No, it was his laughing.
There's an order to it. Yeah. His head keeps moving back and forth. You want to shoot. You want to aim for the body, really. Yeah. Oh, missed again. Missed. Try the back of the head. Missed.
Time now for today in history and today in a new year. Holy heck.
Oh, wait a minute. We got
Oh, yeah. Sprung up on you, didn't it?
So it's 2023 now.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter what year it is because we go back to 1496 to start out today.
Something about Columbus.
Leonardo da Vinci unsuccessfully tested a flying machine.
Oops. I'm guessing he didn't pilot it.
I'm not sure. I used to love that video clip of all the ones that sort of collapse and go.
Love them, yes.
But a lot of his ideas came to fruition with some of the aircraft that we see today.
The one with like 20 wings on both sides.
Yeah.
We'll go even higher.
What were they thinking?
Just two guys pulling a rope up and down.
The sarcophagus of King Tut was uncovered on this date in 1924.
Cool.
All those that were there lived very briefly and had painful deaths.
Yes. I saw the mummy. Go on.
What a weird word, sarcophagus.
I always get that. I thought it's carsophagus, not sarcophagus. I always get it confused. Yeah, I still don't know what it is.
Are they returning some
They're returning one because it was apparently stolen. It was looted. I actually...
well, who would ever steal an Egyptian coffin?
Sarcophagus and just put it in a museum.
Nazis, maybe?
No, I mean, the Brits took all that stuff and put it in their museum.
Asking to be cursed.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. The first mobile flip phone, 1996. Oh, I missed this one. The Motorola StarTAC.
Best phone ever.
Yeah. And by the way, Sophie, you couldn't do no texting.
Oh, really?
No,
I had no idea.
screen.
No pictures.
Just Chick, what's the best Star Trek? Part 2, search for Rathacon.
Well, Khan is
Con's real good.
Rathacon.
Rathacon.
1996, huh? Wow.
And it was called The Fist.
It was?
No, it wasn't.
Why was it called The Fist?
Yeah, it was.
The Star Trek?
It was called the Star Trek.
What are you?
Were you a fister? That's what they call people.
No,
who had
he wants something like the brick. Remember, the bigger one was the brick, and now he wants this to be the
I
fist.
see what you're saying. No.
It wasn't called The Fist?
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going back to a flip phone. I honestly am.
Have you seen the one that opens up?
Can you buy a phone that just calls and texts?
Yes.
I think I'm doing it.
Yeah, jitterbug, Grandpa. Can you get one of those?
I think I'm doing it.
Okay.
I've had enough.
We'll get you a nurse, too. How's that?
Hey, that's what Chris Pine does. He only has a flip phone.
Happy birthday to George Martin, the Beatles producer, not the writer of the
Beatles,
Game of Thrones.
Whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
that's George R.R. Martin, right?
It is, yeah.
Well, this is George Martin. The great guitarist, songwriter, and singer Stephen Stills. Happy birthday, born in 1945.
Stills crazy after all these years.
Oh, yeah. You know why you know the famous story about auditioning for the Monkees?
I don't know. It's not a famous story. I promise you that.
Yes, it is.
Tell us everything. Don't leave anything
Stephen
out.
Stills.
What day was it?
Who was a great musician, much better than any of the Monkees.
What was the weather? Sunny?
He auditioned for the Monkees. He didn't get the gig because his hair was thinning and he had bad teeth. But they asked him if he had any friends that looked kind of like him, and he said, "Yeah, this guy named Peter Torkelson." And Peter Tork stepped in, and he got the gig.
Wow. Straight from TV Guide, 1962.
Nicky Dolenz is a pretty good musician. I
think so too.
He's an actor,
I mean,
and they're all
come
pretty good
on.
at singing.
He was Circus Boy.
No, Stills is a brilliant musician.
He was Circus Boy.
And then let's see, happy birthday, Eli Manning. Just saw him on the ski slopes.
Yeah.
You think? Who knows?
We should start a
Just
list.
some tall guy with a
gotta
hat.
start the
hat on.
The most pretentious things Tom says over the year. We'll start here.
Let me ask you this:
saw
was the
Eli
man
Manning's-
wearing a Manning jersey? Probably wasn't. Oh my God! There goes one of the Manning brothers.
I think I saw Dak Prescott at
Tom,
the
that guy's
airport.
black.
Wow.
Time now for things we're learning on the Bob and Tom Show. Tom went skiing over break. We'll never hear the end of it. I spent my vacation in the Delta Sky Lounge.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I had a flight canceled before I left the house. What do you think of that, huh? Did you hear what I said, Tom? I had a flight canceled before I left the house. Tom claims he saw Eli Manning. We just said Sam Griswold and his shoulder have reached separation agreement on the Bunny Hill, I guess, or something.
No, at the bottom of a major hill, he was on a trail. It got too cocky.
Willie, that's your brother, right?
Ace Cosby.
Was it his whacking arm?
Yeah, it actually was his whacking arm. We had a discussion.
You know which arm your brother went with.
Don't you?
That was a setup.
Yes. Mine.
Is that it?
I've decided tomorrow is the day it starts my retirement.
Thanks very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.